Good morning, team. Man, glad to be back, man. I do apologize for being out for these past few days, man. I just recovered from having kidney stone, man, and I was in man a lot of excruciating pain. And if you had kidney stone, y'all know how that feels, man. It feels like glass is moving in your body, man. And I was out. I mean, it took me out completely, but I'm doing fine now. So I'm glad to be back with the team, and we're gonna keep it rocking and rolling. So let me give a shout out to everybody who's coming through so far. Got Thunder, Charting Queen, J24, guys. Thank y'all so much for coming through. I don't have everything updated due to the fact that I was out. I still have the old stuff updated, so let's just still take a look. I should have everything still up on there real quick, so let's go to it real fast. So let's rock and roll. Let's go. All right, team, we're here. The last thing that we did have for Friday, we did have the core PCE, which already came out at 8:30. And again, this is all not updated due to the fact that I was out, and I do apologize for that. Let me see. Let me go to the earnings. Earnings, we didn't really have anything major as far as earnings. Like I said, we just had the 3M company charter, but we didn't have anything major like as far as Tesla, Apple, Amazon. We already had Tesla Tuesday, which we got that out of the way, which the market went on a continuation pullback. But other than that, we didn't have anything major, and we, as far as today, we'll go into information for next week so we can better prepare ourselves for next week. Other than that, let's go ahead and hop into our charts, guys. Let's go ahead and get ready to rock and roll. It was something that was brought to my attention where I seen on the charts that I noticed that me, that I overlooked, that should have put us on the right path throughout the whole entire week, even last week. And I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about. Let's go. All right, guys. So let's take a look. So far, all right. Let me see if y'all can name the pattern that we should have. That I keep saying y'all, me. That I should have seen and caught. For us to have a better advantage like ahead of time. So let me go to my 30, which I am on my 30 minute time frame. So let me minimize it. Tell me what pattern y'all see that basically told us what the market was going throughout the week. Now, what pattern do y'all see, guys? What pattern do y'all see? D Will, I see you coming through too, boss. So this is my 30-minute time frame. So what pattern do you see that we should have all caught at the same time to be like, oh, we know where the market is going. Instead of trying to guess it, whether the market was going up or whether the market was going down. Like, what pattern do you see on my 30-minute time frame that simply told you the direction of the market? So tell me what pattern y'all see right in front of y'all on my 30-minute time frame right here. That was screaming out on what direction the market was going. And I'm not talking about the trend line here, but look at the overall pattern and tell me, what do y'all see that screamed out, this is the way the market is going. This is the direction that the market is going this week. Like, what pattern do you specifically see that, again, even I overlooked? Shout out to A-Miles. Yep, that's it. A-Miles, let me give you your shout out. That's it, exactly. That went over everybody's head, and even mine's. So, exactly, that's exactly what it was. An inverted cup and handle. Yep. And that's it. I mean, if we would have seen these, like, the whole setup the whole time, like, say, even I overlooked it till, after me being out, and I overlooked it. And shout out to you, D Willie, for sure. Yep. Inverted cup and handle. That was screaming out, okay, as this pattern was forming, this is what's going to happen this week. This was the direction of the market this week, was that inverted cup and handle that simply told us that the market was going down. AR Trades, I see you in the building, boss. Thank you for joining us. But yeah, that was the pattern that screamed to us that the market was going in a downward position due to that inverted cup and handle pattern. That, from last week, week before, all gathered together, giving us this dome-like pattern, and then we had that handle, and going into this week was straight downtrend because we was completing that handle. So yeah. And shout out to y'all for calling that out. And that's exactly, and again, I overlooked it. And I can admit it that I didn't take a further look outside of it to understand exactly what pattern we was on, and then finally seen it. So yeah, it was an inverted cup and handle pattern that led this week into a straight downtrend. Now, as we completed the handle, now we have to ask ourselves, okay, what pattern, not pattern, but what direction are we going to go today on a Friday? Could we see a potential squeeze, or could we see a continuation downtrend? So that's the thing that we want to see what's going to Friday, the last trading day of the week. So are we going to get a continuation downtrend, or will we actually start to reverse and go back up to where we go from downside to now upside? So right now I'm gonna definitely keep my eyes peeled to get an idea on the direction that we're going today. You know, again, will we get a continuation downtrend off of that inverted cup and handle pattern, or due to the day, today's Friday, the last trading day of the week, will these buyers try to go in for a potential squeeze and squeeze what they can out of it on the last day? So we are out of that downtrend, look like a downtrend, smaller downtrend break, because we are on top of this, on top of the trend line. So as we are on the top of the trend line, will these buyers take advantage, use that to bounce as support, and actually move the market back up towards the upside? Or will we just do, will we go up to the same key area in pre-market that we got stuffed at and go back down? So that's the key area that we want to keep on watch for today, guys. As far as right now, as far as pre-market wise, we know that we have these tops here. That's going to be around that 543.20. We do get that breakout. The next key level will be around that 546.13, because this is the area that we ran yesterday where we got rejected and had that nice little pullback on down. So we're going to definitely take a closer look between these two major areas, which would be 543.20, which was today's market stuffing. Again, if we do break that key area, the next area that we'll be aiming for will be around that 546.13. That was that area that we hit yesterday during intraday when we hit this high area. Not the wick, but this high area here where we got stuffed at, it came right back on down. So let's take a closer look to see if these buyers are going to take advantage of being on top of the trend line, the downtrend. You utilize this for support and actually start to reverse the play back on up. So far after this dump, you can kind of see that it's been a buying momentum right now from after hours going into pre-market. So you can clearly see an uptrend. And you can clearly see buying volume coming in after that nice little pullback on down. You can see green candle with a few reds, but you see majority of green, so that's showing that there's majority of buyers right now. So going in from after hours to pre-market, so we're gonna definitely keep our eyes peeled to see, okay, will the buyers keep that momentum going? Will we continuously see basically a transition, a push back up towards the upside? Or will we get stuffed again and continue back on down? So keep your eyes peeled just to see, okay, will these buyers take advantage, or will the bears take them out once again and we'll see a further pullback on down? But from what my 180 chart is telling me, that we are bouncing off of a trend line, a strong green trend line that could possibly reverse the play back on up towards the upside. And as you can see right here, you already know every time we hit that green trend line, we get a strong movement back on up. So if you notice that right here, for example, bounce off that green trend line, movement back on up. Green trend line, movement back on up. Green trend line, nice movement back on up by who? The buyers. So right here we have an example, and I think we should have another one if I'm not mistaken. I should be it. Let me see. But yeah, for sure, you bounce, and we come right back to that strong green trend line again to see if these buyers are going to take advantage off this green trend line and start to reverse the play back on up towards the upside. So let's keep our eyes peeled to see. As long as you stay on top of this green trend line, we could see a possible reversal up to the upside. Good morning, Tariq, and I do apologize. Yeah, and great to be back too, boss. I was recovering from a kidney stone, which is why I was out for 2 days, man, and I was in excruciating pain. And man, when you go through something like that, a kidney stone, man, it ain't nothing to play with. It's like glass moving inside your body. And the doctor told me, he said, you know, going through a kidney stone situation, he said that's what a woman feels like when she goes through labor. I'm like, yeah, they can have that. I'm like, no, I don't want it. Thank you so much, boss. I definitely appreciate you. Thank you so much. But yeah, man, when you catch kidney stone, man, it's nothing you can do, especially if you're not under no type of medication. You feel a straight pain. When you're just feeling the movement. It's painful. It's painful. There's nothing you can do about it, and it hurt like hell. But like I said, I'm glad to be back, guys. I'm glad to be back with you guys. So from this point on, throughout all of these situations, I know I've been missing, but you have my words, and I'm keeping my promises with you guys that I'm not missing another day with you guys. I'm gonna be here every single day. You know, it was just something that was out of my control. I was, again, just went through this little phase, this kidney stone phase, and yeah, I'm good right now. But yeah, guys, we're gonna definitely keep our eyes peeled on that. We're gonna see where we go from here. So right now, like I said, on that 180 chart, we do see that we are bouncing off of that green trend line to see if these buyers are gonna take advantage of it. So definitely gonna keep my eyes peeled on that. We got about 3 minutes left, but like I said right here, guys, you can definitely see as we rotated from this trend line here all the way on down, we are bouncing off of this strong green trend line, which the buyers could utilize to bounce the movement right back on up towards the upside. So as long as these stay on the top of this green trend line, we could definitely see some type of reversal back on up towards the upside, where we go from selling to buying. Basically, a red to green move. So again, if these buyers can hold this specific area, you can definitely see a movement back on up towards the upside. Because normally every time we hit that green trend line, you have a good buying impact that comes in. So you can see right here, for example, every time we come down to this green trend line, moving back on up. Green trend line, movement back on up. Green trend line, nice movement back on up. So definitely keep my eyes peeled as we are on this green trend line. Can these buyers hold? Can the buyers hold this trend line and start to reverse the play back on up towards the upside? But if we lose it, we will see a further fade on down. We can see all the way past back down towards 540 into the 530 area. So keep your eyes peeled on that. So as long as we hold that green trend line, can these buyers take advantage and reverse the play back on up towards the upside? So that's definitely gonna keep my eyes peeled on that, guys, to see where we go from this point. We do have 2 minutes, so we are coming off of this pullback from yesterday. Trying to catch this recovery back on up towards the upside. We are on top of the downtrend for a little small downtrend breakout, but right now it's still showing a little bit of weakness. But if these buyers can stay on top of that trend line, they can utilize that trend line for support to reverse the play back on up, which we do have to get back above 543.20 up to this 546.13, because these are your main key areas that you got taken out from yesterday till today's pre-market. So pre-market, we could not get back over 543.20. You can clearly see the bodies of the candle. When you hit, fall, hit, fall, hit, fall, which we know that's a strong resistance mark, so we know what area needs to be broken out, which is the 543.20s, back on up towards the upside. And if we do get back above 543.20, you have room to run up to this 546.13 area where you got stuffed at yesterday in intraday. So right now, guys, we got about 20 seconds to see where we go from here. So far so good. So right now we're just watching the pattern to see what these buyers are gonna do. Can we get that possible breakout and that push, or will we get stuck and come right back on down? Right now, guys, we have 10 seconds before the market opens. Have about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Game time, guys. Let's rock and roll. Have your game plan set in motion. So let's see where we go from here. Let's see if these buyers are gonna utilize this opportunity here for this possible push back up through this 543.20, or will we stay underneath this area and get a further pull back on down? So keep your eyes peeled on that. Right now, we are still getting stuffed at this 543.20 mark right now. Gary, good morning to you, boss. Glad to see you, boss. Glad to see you. I'm sorry about that, Thunder. Yeah, I got you on IWM. I apologize. What we at on IWM? Right now, IWM is still holding his gains from the last time we talked about it, because you remember we had to get back up towards the 220s, up to 222s, up to 226, and right now it looks like the IWM is still on the uptrend. So let's see, can we hold above? Well, let's see, can we get back above 524? Thunder. So, and Tyreek, I think that's Tyreek that asked me about that, about IWM. So let's just see, can we get back above 224? If we can hold back above 224, we could see a continuation push up to 226. So that's the main thing. Right now, we underneath that 224 mark, getting a little pullback on down to this 223. But the main thing that we need to get back above is 224. If we stay underneath 224, we could see some downside and a possible downtrend. But if we could get back above 224, we could turn that back into support, utilize that area, and move back up to 226. So right now, just keep your eyes peeled. So right now, we're on a small little uptrend-ish type movement right now. So kind of like this in this situation. Let's see, can we get back above 224? That's going to be the main focus. If you do lose 224, we'll be coming back down to 223, from 223 down to 222, where you could start somewhat of a downtrend. So keep your eyes peeled on that for right now. So the main focus is to get back on top of 224. That's going to be your main focus, is 224. As long as you stay underneath 224, that's going to be considered resistance, where you will see some further pullback. So that's the main thing. So you're going to get a pullback down to 223, from 223 possibly down to 222. So keep your eyes peeled on that, because remember, IWM normally likes to move by twos. From 220, 222, 224, 226, and so forth. So we know naturally that 224 could hold up as possible resistance until you get back above 224. So if we could get back above that, turn it back into support, we could see a rotation back up towards the upside from 224 up to 226. So just keep your eyes peeled on this uptrend right here to see can a bias hold the uptrend and get that continuation push back up towards the upside, which would be above 224. So keep your eyes peeled on that Thunder and Tariq if y'all are looking into the IWM. But as long as you stay underneath 224, that's going to hold up as resistance. You're going to pull back down to around the areas of 223, possibly back down to 222, which could start a simple downtrend. So keep your eyes peeled on that. All right, let me take a look back at SPY, see where we at with this bad boy. How we looking? So right now, we are still trying to hold on top of that trend line. And yeah, 10 o'clock, thank you so much, boss. Do we have data coming out today? And again, I'm sorry for being behind. I was out, so let me double check this real quick and go over my calendar. Let's see what we got. Yeah, we do have some 10 o'clock data. Appreciate you, Thunder. Thank you so much, boss. So yeah, we do have consumer sentiments at 10 o'clock. That's the only thing I see coming out for today. So far that's all I see. Let's see, go back live. All right, so yeah, that's the only thing I see coming out at 10 is consumer sentiments, guys. So in about 30 minutes, we're gonna be having some more data coming out. So right now, buyers are still trying to hold on top of this trend line, trying to get that push back up towards the upside. Keep your eyes peeled to see can they hold. And like I said, the main target will be the re-break of 543.20. 543.20 is your pre-market resistance. So right now, everything still look weak though. I mean, Tesla still look weak. Google still look weak. How we looking on Nvidia and for the rest of these? Trying to get a little bounce, but everything's still looking weak at this moment. You know, I don't see no strong movements on none of these companies at the moment. Everything still is looking weak. So again, we could see more further downside. You know, if the market doesn't pick up right now, everything is still looking weak. So anticipate that we could see some more downside. So let's just keep our eyes peeled on that for today, because today is Friday, last trading day of the week. So again, we could be getting stuff still underneath this 543.20. We could still be seeing some downside. We are coming right back down underneath that downtrend. So keep your eyes peeled. So right now, I don't see anything strong yet to give SPY that boost back on up towards the upside. So right now, everything is still looking weak. So we could be seeing a continuation downtrend. So just keep your eyes peeled on that, guys. We'll see what's going to happen once this data comes out. Consumer sentiments will be coming out at 10 o'clock. So let's see what that data is going to do. Could that data reverse the play back on up towards the upside? Or again, will we see a continuation downtrend? Right now, we're just on a constant downtrend, guys. So from Tuesday, Wednesday to now, we've just been seeing downtrend. Downtrend. You can clearly see a downtrend pattern right now. We go up, we get rejected. We go up, we get rejected. And like I said, due to that 10 o'clock data, could that data change everything? Could that data put you back on top of the, give you that downtrend breakout, reverse the play, put you back up to the upside? Could we see the 543.20 breakout and a movement back on up? Will we see a possible red to green move? I mean, anything is possible going into today. But right now, as far as looking into the companies, everything still looks weak, not giving SPY any type of boost right now. So I don't see anything holding up at this moment. IWM is pushing. So matter of fact, let me put my alerts like I normally put Thunder. So what was it? So yep, 520. So 224. Remember I told you, as long as you stay above 224, and then you have somewhat of that end pattern. I don't know if you noticed that. And then you're still on this up, and you're still on a continuation uptrend right now, Thunder. So and we do have somewhat of that end pattern that leads to like a bullish movement. So and what I mean by that is here, boss. For example, so you have somewhat of an end like pattern that could push up to 226. So you do have that pattern set up, you do have that uptrend set up. So keep your eyes peeled. As long as you hold 224, we could get that push up to 226. So right now we just have to break back above this pre-market level here around this 224.90-ish area. What is this? What was the open? 224.86. So as long as we get above 224.86, we can get up to 225, up to 226. So definitely let's keep our eyes peeled on that. So right now, we could see that continuation push back up to 225 or the 226. I will make two separate alerts. I'm gonna make one for 225 here, and I will make one for 226 because that's the intended target for today, and we continuously push. So I got that target set, and I got two, and I'm gonna set up one for 226. So once I take my eyes off on it, this will keep me posted to let me know that we have hit our targets. So 225 will be first, up to 226 if we could get that continuation bullish push. All right, so I got two separate targets set, Thunder. I got 225, look like it's already about to hit it. and I got 226. So it looked like 225 was already about to hit. So it looked like we're about to get that first touch. Yeah, Jen, I'm about to go check SPY real quick. And as I was stating on SPY, I'm on wrong one. Not SPX, SPY. SPY, I apologize. Yeah, so right now the game plan, or well, what we want to see is we want to see the buyer stay on top of the downtrend, trying to get that downtrend break back up towards the upside. Now, what would need to happen, as I stated, that we need to get back above 543.20. If we get back above 543.20, because that's the area during today's pre-market where we could not break out. So we definitely need to get back above 543.20. If we could get back above that key level, we have the opportunity to run back towards these areas that we hit during intraday yesterday, where we can see a possible red to green. So if we could get that push and we do have data coming out at 10 o'clock, Jenna, so that could change anything. I mean, if it's good data, it can go up. If it's bad data, it can continue to go back on down. So what we want to see, as far as now, we want to see the buyers get back above 543.20. If we get back above 543.20, that would hold us above the downtrend setup, push us back up towards the upside. We could see a possible red to green back up towards these highs, for a possible squeeze. So we want to see what these buyers are going to do. Right now we're at 542.90-ish. So we're not too far from 543, but we need to get back above 543.20. We need to get back above this key level that took you out in pre-market. So right now that's holding up as a brick wall. So 543.20, keep your eyes peeled on 543.20. That's the main area that we need to break out to get us back up towards these highs and reverse the place. To get us from out of this continuation downtrend. So we got some data coming out in about almost 20 minutes, guys. So right now, and Jenna, as I stated, I just don't see anything holding the market up because everything's still fading. I mean, Tesla, Google still fading. Let's see what Nvidia is Nvidia trying to go back up. Nvidia's trying to slowly move it and trying to hold its gain. So the only thing that look like they can hold SPY would be Nvidia. Meta can still hold its gains, and reverse this play back on up because you are coming off of this downtrend and looking like I'm trying to get a bounce. So right now, Meta, Nvidia for sure. Anything on Amazon? Nope. Nvidia and Amazon is showing downside, so no go on Amazon. What about Microsoft? Nope, downtrend on Microsoft. And as we already stated right here with Tesla and Google, that's still pulling back. So the only thing that looked like that could hold SPY would be Nvidia and Meta. But everything else seems like to still be pulling back. So it just still don't look strong as far as the market wise. So let's see. I mean, you might get a potential movement on up, but it don't look like it may not hold, especially if Nvidia starts to get weak and Meta starts to look weak, because that's the only thing that's holding SPY up, because everything else is falling. Because again, if we lose Nvidia and Meta, is just going to join up with the rest of everything else with Tesla and Google, which is everything else is pulling back right now. So right now we are still hitting this brick wall at this moment at 543.20. We have not broken out above 543.20. Right now that's resistance. So I mean, could we utilize that for possible put opportunity? We could. But let's see what happens at 10 o'clock, because we do have data coming out at 10. We have the consumer sentiments coming out at 10 in about 20 minutes. So keep your eyes peeled on that. But right now, as of now, before the data comes out, we are hitting resistance at the moment. So that's still looking weak. We have not broken out, so that's still looking like weakness to me. And look how weaker that Tesla's getting. Look how weaker Google's getting. So right now, just keep your eyes peeled on that. So let's see what's gonna happen at 10. Let's see what happens at 10. Can we get a 10 o'clock push? Will we get a 10 o'clock dump? So let's just keep your eyes peeled on that to see what's gonna happen. So I'm gonna keep this right here open, guys. I'm gonna run and fix me something to drink real quick. Get myself prepared for this 10 o'clock data that's gonna come out. Let me see. So I just need to fix some coffee real quick, just kind of get myself a little energized. Cause like I said, just recovering from all of this, I'm just still kind of under the weather. Well, recovering from this kidney stone situation. So I'm still trying to keep everything on lock. I got all these lines on this one. Wait, what is this? 3 minutes? Hold up. Why can I not see my where's the candles at? Oh, I see it. Nah, I see it. I was wondering. I'm like saying, man, because me and Active was talking the other day, and we're talking about how Charles Schwab. I mean, it's been a lot of delays with them with these charts. I've been noticing that too. So definitely be careful on that too. Because it's been a lot of delays dealing with these chartings, dealing with Charles Schwab lately. Like, I don't know what's been going on with them, but I've been seeing a lot of delays lately. So definitely be careful with that. Excuse me. Yeah, I mean, I've been noticing that. Like with these charts, there's been a lot of delays. I mean, it's been crazy. Been seeing a lot of delays going on. So right now, you are still getting rejected underneath this 543.20. So that's still hold up as resistance, guys. So right now, like as I stated, right now, I mean, all I see is a downside. Still some more downside as far as the the charting goes and everything. Right now, everything's still looking weak at the moment. So again, we do have some data coming out at 10 o'clock. So we'll see if that's going to contribute more to towards the downside, or could we get a pushback on up towards the upside? But right now, the way that the market looking overall is, I'm seeing not a lot of strength. Other than, I mean, the only thing I still see is holding is Nvidia and Meta. Other than that, everything else seems to still be pulling back. So we're gonna see what this 10 o'clock data does. But I'm gonna run and give me something to drink real quick, guys. So I'm gonna keep everything posted. So again, just keep your eyes peeled. Again, if you do want to see long side, excuse me, you want to see some long side, we definitely got to get back above 543.20. From 543.20, we can see a possible run up to this 546, which was around intraday's movement, where we could see a red to green. If not, we could see a continuation downtrend. So keep your eyes peeled on that. So we're gonna just keep this on watch. We do have 17 minutes until this data comes out. So definitely keep your eyes peeled. So let me just get my contracts set before I even go give me something to drink.
We love you, Jay.
Man, love y'all too, boss. Yeah, and then like I said, man, that kidney stone is no joke, man. Again, I just recovered from it, and I know I was out for a few days because I know I was talking about my back pain, my stomach, but the whole time it was kidney stone. Didn't even know I had it until I went to the doctor. And man, when I said that feeling of glass moving inside your body, guys, is no joke. It's no joke, man. It's like, and then the thing about it, when you pass it, you realize on how small it is. It's like, dang, this small little thing was making so much pain in my body. It's like a brown crystal. And I mean, thank God I was able to, pass it through, urinated it out. But even that, I mean, it's just like a rock. It's like a brown crystal once you see it. It's like, oh my. And no, and D. Willie, the doctor said, going through a kidney stone, that's what a woman goes through labor. I'm like, God, they go through labor with that? Oh my goodness. Like, I can't imagine the pain y'all get. Man. Yeah, and that's why I was out girding D. Willie. That's why I was out, man, that kidney stone, man, because I didn't know what it was. Because like I said, I was having back problems, and then I started having stomach issues. I'm thinking I had to go to the restroom, but nothing was happening. And as that thing started to move, it just got worse and worse. It was so much pain, it was causing me to throw up. But I ain't gonna lie, boy. But once they put you on that morphine, oh man, I ain't gonna lie, you feel good after that, boy. When they hit you with that morphine, to deflect that pain, oh, bro, that's the best feeling in the world. But once that morphine wears off, oh, you start to feel it again. But yeah, I was able to pass it, So thank God for that. So, but I'm good now though, guys. So I'm great, man. But yeah, kidney stone ain't no joke, dude. It's no joke. That crap hurt. It's like a piece of glass that you cannot control. It's like you can press on your stomach all you want, ball yourself up all you want. That it's like it's just glass moving. There's nothing you can do about it, and it hurts, dude. It's painful. I wouldn't even wish that on my worst enemy. That's how painful it is. It's horrible. It's a horrible feeling. So right now, guys, we are pushing back up towards that 543.20. So keep your eyes peeled. We are back into the 543 range to see if we can get that 543.20 push. So keep your eyes peeled on that. So yeah, right now we're definitely, again, guys, keep your eyes peeled at 543.20. That's the area that we need to break out if you do want to see some long side. See, if we get that breakout, that push, that will continue the uptrend for a possible rotation. We can see a red to green move. We just need to get above 543.20, hold that key level for that possible push up to 546. And we do have some data coming out in about 14 minutes, guys. So let's see what that data is going to do. Can that data push us above 543.20 and see more upside? Or will that data keep us underneath 543.20 where we can see a continuation downtrend? So let me run and fix me up something to drink real quick, guys. Again, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, do feel free to reach out to my mods for any possible questions you may have. But I am glad to be back. Kidney stone ain't no joke. It will take you out. So I'm just letting you know it's going to take you out. But once you pass it, you're good. Man, I hope to never go through that again. But I'll be right back, guys. And again, thank you for your time and thank you for being so understanding. So I will have the charts and everything in motion. I'm just going to fix something to drink real quick. I'll be right back, guys. Yo, what? So I've been doing drinking water. But I just still need a little bit of caffeine real quick, though. But I've been drinking water, boss. I've been on water. But I bought a whole case. So I've been on water. Trust me. And that's what Active said too. Active say drink a lot of water. Cause I talked to him yesterday when he was when he didn't know where I was. Cause he's like, man, Jay, why you not in chat? I mean, where you at? I said I was in the hospital. I said I had to get checked, man. I was off of my feet due to kidney stone. But yeah, man, I'm good. I recovered. I'm great. So let's keep it rocking and rolling. But God, yeah, D Willie, y'all, we'll be right back. So D Willie, I got you as far as and like I said, you be coming through too with a lot of helping out a lot. So I will be hooking you up with the my position too, boss. So I got you on that. So definitely keep it on watch. So like I said, as I'm going to get something to drink, just keep your eyes peeled on this 543.20. That's the area that we need to get above. For puts, you need to stay underneath 543.20. Calls, you need to stay above 543.20. You stay above 543.20, you have room to run up to this 546 area that we got rejected at yesterday in intraday. When you can see we had that nice little run up here, 546.13, when we got pulled back, had that bounce. What we got rejected at, 543.20, came right back on down. So you can see right here, 543.20 was resistance yesterday. 543.20 is resistance today. That is a key area that we need to break out to see some upside back up towards this 546. So that's going to be your first wall that we need to break is 543.20. Again, puts, you need to stay underneath it. Calls, you need to stay on top of it. So far, if you stay underneath it, it's a put opportunity. If we can get on top of it and hold for possible support, there could be a call opportunity for the possible rotation towards 546. But other than that, if you stay underneath that, there can be a put opportunity where you can stay getting rejected underneath this 543.20 for a possible reverse right back on down. So keep your eyes peeled on that. So let me go ahead and get myself and everything situated. And again, thank y'all so much for coming through. OJ Rim, thank you so much for coming through too, boss. D Willie, for the rest of you guys, thank y'all so much for joining me. So just keep your eyes peeled as this 10 o'clock data comes out to see if it's where's it gonna contribute towards the upside or the downside. And thank you so much too, boss. Man, thank y'all. Man, thank you all so much, man. Thank y'all for always having my back, man. Yeah, and I will, boss. OJ Rim, thank you so much, man. And again, I would definitely drink a lot of water. And thank y'all for always holding me down. Thank you guys for always having my back, man. I love you guys to death, man. Yeah, y'all my family, and we're gonna keep it rocking and rolling. I'm gonna continuously keep putting money in you guys' pockets. I don't ask for anything. The only thing I ask for everybody to do is hit the subscribe button, follow button, like button, comment, whatever. That's it, which is free 99. While I put money in you guys' pockets, because I want to see you live your life happy, away from a 9 to 5. I want to see you guys succeed. I want to see you just live life the way you want to live life. So, and my job is to help do that. And I got you guys on that. So I'm gonna do the very best that I can to help your account stay healthy and green. So I got you. But I will be right back, guys. Let me fix my drink, and I'll be right back. Thank you so much. And don't drink a lot of soda, so if you don't get kidney stone like me. Just saying, don't. You want to avoid that pain as far as possible. That the kidney stone hurts. But I will be right back, guys. Thank you. Whew, I'm back, guys. I had to get my drink. I'm good. I'm back, and I heard I did hear the alarm alert go off on IWM. So let me hurry and go to IWM real quick. Let me see how IWM. Matter of fact, let me use one of these because I mean Tesla them not doing anything, so I'm gonna just utilize this for IWM for the ones that's looking at IWM right now. So right now, trend line is still holding, guys. As far as IWM, we did hit that 525 mark. And again, if we could keep this bullish momentum going, we could see I'll say 225. And if we can again, if we can keep this bullish momentum going, we could see possibly 226. So we are on this end-like pattern, guys, where you do get this little pop up, pull back, where you get that little possible push on up. That's kind of like a little bullish signal. So if we can hold and get back above this key level here, stay on top of this key level, we could see a push. So this is the area that we need to get back above. That'll be around 224.86. So let me put a little line here because this is the area that we're gonna need to stay above as far as pre-market. 224.86. So let me go ahead and set that up, put that in white. Let me go ahead and fix that real quick. Keep my eyes peeled on SPY because we got that data coming out in 2 minutes. As far as my IWM traders, we definitely got to get back above 524.86. If we can get back above that key level, get that push, we could see 226. So just keep your eyes peeled on that. So right now you're still in an ascending triangle pattern for a possible ascending squeeze. So just keep your eyes peeled. As long as we keep that bullish momentum, we could see that possible push. But keep your eyes peeled to see if we can get that push. Yeah, I feel good. Feel better. But yeah, so let's see. Can the buyers hold above this uptrend and get that push to 543.20? Can we get that push when this data comes out, or will we stay underneath 543.20 for the push back on down for that continuation downtrend? So let's keep our eyes peeled on this, guys, to see what we get. So we got about 15 seconds left, guys, before this data comes out. So let's see which way we go after this data comes out at 10 o'clock. We do have consumer sentiments coming out at 10. So keep your eyes peeled on that to see where we go from here. IWM, you just need to get back above 224.86. Data comes out right now. Here we go. Let's see what we get, guys. Let's see what we get. Will we get a push on up, or will we continue on down? Let's see what happens right here with this 10 o'clock data coming out. Let's see what happens. So keep your eyes peeled at 543.20. We need a 543.20 break. If you want to see upside for my puts, you need to stay underneath 543.20 for more downside. So keep your eyes peeled around this 543.20-ish mark. Let's see what happens. Can we get a breakout, or will we stay stuffed underneath that mark and come back down? So let's see what happens with this push from these buyers. Let's see what's going to happen. Right now, we are trying to push towards this 543.20 mark again. So let's see what happens. That's my sign. So right now, y'all getting above 543.20. Y'all getting a little push above it. Need to hold it. Need to hold it. Need to hold it. Need to hold above 543.20. We can hold above that. We can see that continuation push to 544, to 545, up to these areas of 546. We could see a possible red to green. So right now, so far so good. You're above 543.20. As far as be quiet, big boy. As far as IWM, you need to get back above 224.86. You get back above 224.86. You could go back up, see 225, from 225 up to 226. Yeah, the data's out. That's where we got that volume from. That was because consumer sentiments. Let's see what the results was on that. So let me take a look at that, Jenna. Let's take a look at that real quick. What was the data on the consumer sentiments real quick? Let's see. Yeah, consumer sentiments. So let's see. Let me take a look at it. Trying to bring it up and find it real quick. Oh, here we go. Consumer sentiments. No, it's not the right one. Where is my consumer sentiments data at? Where are you at? I'm trying to figure out where it's at. Let me see if I can bring it up real quick. Investopedia. Nope. Where's my little data sheet at for this bad boy? Oh, here we go. I got it. There we go. Found it. Shh. Hey, be quiet. I'm online. I know. Go eat. Go ahead. Shh. So right now we had a forecast and let me see, 100 is today. Up to no, it's the 25th though. Wait, that's not it. Let's continue in comments. I need consumer sentiment. That's the wrong one. Apologize about that. That's not it. I said consumer sentiment. It's not confidence. Hold up, let me see. That's data for 25th. Consumer sentiments. There we go. All right. My mistake, guys. I had the wrong data out. My apologies. Yeah, I was trying to find it, Gert. I was trying to bring it up. Cause that's the Michigan. That's the Michigan one, right? Ain't it? That came out today. Cause I'm trying to find the data sheet. Cause normally I seen on go sit down. Go sit down. Go me, mama. Lord, he stay stuck under me. It's ridiculous. Loving the depth though. All right, so right now, as far as IWM guys, we always trying to push up to that 226. So it look like that alert will soon be going off. So right now, IWM is looking good. Definitely SPY pattern is looking nice because we are above that 543.20 mark. So as long as we can, as long as you can hold this key level, we still got room to run up to 544 up to 545, where we can get a rotation from a red to green. Go in the room. Go in the room. Go in the room. Yeah, so definitely keep my eyes peeled on this, guys, real quick. NVIDIA boss, let me take a look. NVIDIA. NVIDIA. Yeah, so we're still getting stuffed on NVIDIA too underneath that 116-ish mark, underneath that open. The open was 116.19, so you can still getting stuffed, which we are starting to pull back now, and we are slowly like about to reverse back down. So it looked like we could be cracking 114 back down. So that's what it looked like, yeah. So that could be leading to some more downside, which could contribute to SPY going back underneath that 543.20. So that could contribute. So look like we could be seeing some more down. Yep, could look like we start to see some more downside on that bad boy. So I'm just keeping my eyes peeled on that because here's another long up a shadow. Still can't hold above that 543.20. Still can't hold above that key level. All right, so I'm just getting my contract and stuff, everything ready. So right now we bounced. So we are still getting weak. So we are still underneath this 543.20 mark. So right now, definitely your sellers are definitely coming back in. Let's see. So right now, like I said, the only one that's still holding strong is IWM. IWM just needs to stay above 224.86. That's still, I mean, it's trying to stay above there, but that's gonna be the main focus. Stay above 224.86 on IWM. Nvidia's fading. Here you go with that pullback on SPY underneath that 543.20 mark. So that's still leaning some more downside. So therefore, you're still getting weak still. Hold on, guys. Let me go put him in the room. Come on. Let's go. Alright guys, I'm back. I apologize. This little boy here, he get up in the morning, he just ready to rock and roll, man. I'm like, God, take a chill pill. It's like, man. I apologize about that, guys. Yeah, he get up in the morning, he good to go. I tell him to hold on. Like, man, daddy gotta work. So right now, like I said, IWM is still holding well. Still trying to hold. We are still getting stuff. As far as SPY, we're still getting stuff underneath that 543.20 mark. So that's still holding up as resistance. So keep your eyes peeled on that. Still need that. So we ran up, got rejected, came back right back on down. So keep your eyes peeled on that. Yeah, I still see a little bit of weakness still. So yeah, you still starting to pull back underneath that key level, guys. I'm trying to get everything situated on my end. All right, so let's see. Nothing yet. SPY looking at a downtrend. Seismic, I got your name right now. Let's see. So he says SPY's looking at a downtrend and some key levels. Look like if we get above 543.35 we could climb for a few. I mean, yeah, but like I said, and I agree. And like I said, your main focus really is that 543.20, because you can see right here in pre-market, even yesterday and after hours. I mean, not after hours, but as the market was closing, once you got that bounce, what did you hit? 543.20. Pullback. That's where your sellers are sitting at. That's where your bears are sitting at. And you see that's the same key area where they pulling you back underneath. That's the same key area from yesterday. After that pullback and bounce, you got rejected right here at 543.20 when you had that massive pullback, and that's the same key area as far as today, 543.20. That's the same key area that the bears would not allow the bulls to cross over. So if you look across the board, seismic, look right here. None of the bodies are crossing above that red line, even from yesterday. Look at this. After that bounce, rejected. Movement, rejected. Pre-market, rejected. If you go right across the board, that 543.20 is holding up very strong right now. So the bears are not even allowing the body of the candles to even cross over towards the upside. Now, if we could get the buyers to cross over towards the upside, yeah, we could see more upside. But at this moment, again, that's the same area where the bears took you out yesterday before the market closed, where you had that massive pullback. Then you bounce right back into that brick wall again, and here go the bears once again in that same price point. So that's what I'm saying could lead to more downside, because the fact is we can't even cross over 543.20 since yesterday. You bounced, you got rejected, and you've been underneath it since yesterday. Look at that. Pre-market failed. Intraday failed. It's like the bears are not allowing the buyers to not even to get the candle above this red line. So that's holding up as a strong brick wall right now. Now, is it still a possibility to break it out? Yes, and the reason why is because the buyers are still holding on top of this trend line. So they're utilizing this as support where they can bounce and bounce. But the minute we crack that trend line, that's putting us right back in this downtrend once again, where we can see more downside, which will put you back down into the 541s, 540s, even the 530s. So right now, you kind of in between a downtrend, bouncing off the downtrend, and the resistance of the of 543.20. So it's kind of like you in between this little space here. Where the buyers are trying to hold on top of the downtrend, but the bears are keeping you underneath 543.20. So in a sense, it's putting you in a channel. It's putting you in a channel of 542-ish to 543.20, because you can't break out, nor can you crack down. So the bulls are not allowing the bears to take the candle underneath 542, and the bears are not allowing the bulls to cross over this 543.20. So right now it's kind of in between. It's like the bears are guarding one area, the bulls are guarding one area. So even if I was to make a line at 542, you can clearly see that area that again the bulls are not allowing the bears to even pull underneath it and hold it. So if I go back here, if I go to 542 here, see how none of the bodies, even the bodies at the bottoms are not being able to close underneath. So we know the bulls are protecting this key area around this 542, and we know the bears are protecting this area 543, because the bodies of the candles can't even cross over up, nor can the bodies of the candle cross down. So if you notice, we see the wicks crossing, but none of the bodies of the candle has bypassed the support line, and none of the bodies of the candle has passed the red line. So we know the areas that the bears are refusing to let the bulls cross, and we know the areas where the bulls are refusing to let the bears cross. So right now, the bulls have came back in to try to retest now 543.20. So if we could get that again, we can get that push and that hold above it, yeah, we could definitely see more downside. But we know where the bears are sitting at. We know the bears are sitting literally at 543.20 since yesterday. Because again, they came in aggressive at that same key area right across the board from yesterday to today. The bears are guarding this area. So what the bulls need to do is break out and see some more upside where we could see a possible red to green if the buyers are in play to give us that push that we need to get us above this key area. If not, we're gonna just go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth until we either break out or crack down. Caught a quick put scalps, may call it. Shout out to you, D Willis. Shout out to you, boss. I shine, man. Thank you so much for coming through, man. Long time no see, boss. Man, I hope y'all having a blessed week, man, and I hope you have a blessed weekend. So, and thank you so much for coming through, man. Definitely means a lot. Like I said, one of my ride or dies, man. Shout out to Ashine, man. Thank you so much for coming through, boss. And your boy just got back because I had kidney stone, so I just got back from being sick. So, and kidney stone ain't no joke. So, but right now, guys, we're in the channel. Yeah, so right now we're in the channel. We're going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth since pre-market. So again, the bears are not letting the bulls break out. The bulls are not letting the bears break down. So it's like we're just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth between these two prices of 542 and 543.20. No. It was small enough to pass it through, but pretty much pee it out. So yeah, that's why I was out. Seismic, I was out for 2 days. Yeah. Yeah, I had to pee it out. Yeah, man, for sure. And thank y'all so much for y'all support. But yeah, it was. But man, even peeing it out, man. Once that, excuse me, I ain't trying to go all surgical with it. But when it get large, dude, it gets. Oh my god, dude. Cause you can feel it passing through, and man, just even a pain of that passing it through. Cause if it get large and it don't like push out, dude, I'm telling you, and this all it is like a brown crystal. It's like a little brown rock. It's like, and when you look at the size of that thing, you like, that caused that much pain? And it's crazy. It's like a little brown rock, damn near this small, caused that much pain in your body. It's like, shout out Marty, shout out to you, boss. Yeah, it's like glass moving in your body. And the only way how you can kind of surpass that pain is if they put you on like morphine. Yeah, so like when the doctors in there was putting me on that morphine, oh dude, like when I say I was in peace, I was in heaven. Man, they hit me with that, man, that pain left me, I was knocked out sleeping. But when that morphine wears off and that kidney stone still rocking and rolling, dude, you're going right back to where you started. So man, but I was able to pass it, so yeah. It's like crazy, man. But shout out to Marty, man. Shout out to y'all, man. But yeah, that's why I was out seismic for 2 days, man. Cause first it started with my back hurting. I just thought it was back pain, and then my stomach was hurting. I mean, I didn't know what was going on. And then next thing I know, I started feeling just intense pain. I'm thinking I had to go to the restroom. So I, went to the restroom, nothing happening. Next thing I know, I'm feeling more pain. I'm like, what the hell is going on? So that's when we had to go to, they had to check it out. Come to find out I was a kidney stone, moving the whole entire time. I was like, dude, it was so much pain, it was causing me to throw up. Like, that's how much pain it was. And then the doctor said that the kidney stone is about the same amount of pain as a woman in labor. I'm like, if a woman goes through that through labor, man, I respect them 110%. I respect women, like, man, I give y'all props on that. Cause man, I can't even imagine being in that type of pain. It's from a guy point of view, no. No, that's painful. It hurt. I can't take that crap. So right now, guys, we still in between a channel right now. Between pre-market and intraday, we still kind of going back and forth. Again, we still have not gotten a breakout of 543.20, nor have we got a crack of 542. So we still kind of just going back and forth right now, guys. So it's still really nothing. Still don't see anything yet. Unless you want to play the rotation game, tops to bottom until we get a breakout or a crack. You just play the rotation price points between these two. From these tops on down towards these key levels. For calls back on up, but these are the only price areas right now. We're just going back and forth. So it's nothing. It's not a major move just yet. Nothing major just yet. Look how the way the candle is acting. You got so much buying pressure and selling pressure at the same time. The candle don't know which way to go because you got selling pressure pushing it down and you got buying pressure pushing it up. So you're having a battle in between the buyers and the sellers because you're not even getting a strong, like a closeout. All you have is your long upper shadow and a lower shadow, just back and forth due to the buying pressures going back and forth. Matter of fact, what's today's max pain? That's what I didn't check. I mean, oh no, yeah, it definitely ain't good for trading, but I mean, I'm glad that I got it out before I started trading no boss, so I'm glad on that. But so let's see what today's max pain is to see what is the end goal. Max pain today is 543. So right here we got rejected. So that's the max pain for puts. Was 543. We have, let me bring it up. Oops. So yeah, for the 26, we do have 765,000 out of the money puts versus 480,000 out of the money calls. So we have a lot more puts than calls at the max pain of 543. That means that's kind of like intended targets, right? So 543 as far as the max pain, that means that that's the area that the puts are anticipating to stay underneath as far as a pullback. And also 543 can be utilized by calls because that's all. Think about it. So okay, let me break it down, Seismic. So right now you see that the max pain is 543, right? Okay, so we go back to our charts. What is the area that needs to get broken out in order for calls to move up? 543. So right now, the fact is we underneath 543, that can benefit the puts because that's the max pain. The max pain is that they intended to stay underneath 543 and bring it down. Now, if we can get on top of 543 and hold it, then the calls can utilize that max pain to go on up. So it's like that price point, it can benefit either way. So the as far as today's date for the max pain for 543, the puts are trying to stay underneath 543. However, if you get on top of 543, then now the calls can utilize 543 to go on up. So that's what that means. So that's why every time you hit that max pain of 543, you're getting rejected because that's the area that those puts are intended to stay underneath and yank down. Because their goal is to pull the market down underneath 543 versus the call that's trying to stay on top of 543. So yeah, that's how that works, boss. Numbers calculated based on open contracts. I mean, all I do is compare the two. So to see like who have way more contracts than the others. So as we stated and as we seen that puts have way more contracts than the buyers do. But what could happen is if the calls can stall out the puts, that means that those puts are being forced out of their contracts, which will lead to a squeeze, right? Because the puts are not getting what they want. So even though, let me go to the max pain again. Let me just show you what I'm talking about, boss. So even though we have 765,000 out of the money puts versus 480,000 out of the money calls, what the calls can do is the calls can stall those puts out of their position, right? Because they're not getting that full pullback that they anticipate, that they intended to get, right? So if we have enough buyers to hold, to prevent a major pullback, what happens is it's stalling those puts out of their contracts. And if they're using the same day contract, you already know time decay. So that means that if the puts are not getting what they want, what's going to happen? They're going to get forced out of their contracts. So when you get forced out of the contract, that's like going short, right? And you're getting forced out of your short. What happens? You got to buy the cover. When you buy the cover, 9 times out of 10, what does that result to? A short squeeze. So if those buyers can hold those puts out of pulling it back, that means it's stalling them out of their contracts, right? Because again, they're not getting the pullback that they want. So that means that time is steady moving. Time is still moving. Those contracts is thinning out. Those contracts, because you got to remember, the expiration is today. So that means they're not getting the pullback they want. They're not getting the profits that they want. And again, as we get closer and closer towards the market closing, that means that those contracts are becoming crappy and crappier. So the market has to make a major move in some type of way. So if they don't get the pullback they want, it's going to force them to get out their contract, which that means that it's going to increase more of the buyers than the sellers, which we could get a possible push. So yeah, that's normally how that works. So as you can see, look right here, for example. See how they not get that major pullback yet? How buyers are still trying to stall them out where? Around 543. See, the puts intention is to go from 543 down to 542, 541, 540 to drop, right? But if those buyers can hold that key level at especially 542, because if you notice even on the chart, notice the bodies of the candles. The bull, we know the bears are sitting there because they're not allowing the bodies of the candle to even cross that red line. So if you go across the board, all you see is wick, 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 wick. You see none of the bodies of the candles crossing, right? So that means that this is the area that the bears are guarding because they're not even allowing the buyers to close above it. So we know that area is protected by bears. And we go down here, you don't see none of the bodies of the candles falling underneath because the bulls are not allowing the bears to close underneath. So that's why you're getting that channel back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, because your bears are here and your bulls are here. They are both protecting these price point territories. So until we can either get a breakout or crack down, the only thing that we can see right now, seismic, is a channel. That's it. Because again, both parties are protecting 2 price points. Bears are protecting 543.20, and you got bulls protecting 542. So that's why it's just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth until either one moves more aggressive and give it the push. Like if the bulls get more aggressive and take that territory away from the bears, then what? You'll get that U shape. You'll get that push because the bears no longer control 543. See, they're controlling it now because you're underneath it. So every time you hit, you fall. You hit, you fall. You hit, you fall, you hit, you fall, because the bears are not allowing the bulls to even cross over that way. Now, if the bulls can take control of 543.20, we can definitely see a rotation where you go from red to green because you're going back up to these highs. See, right here, you red because all your sellers stepped in, right? You fall. Red. But if these buyers can hold these key levels and get that push, which it looks like they're trying now, you'll get that actual reversal because that means that the bulls are taking this territory away from the bears. The bears no longer hold possession of 543.20. Now, and we can hold above it and close above it. That means now 543.20 will no longer be resistance because you're above it. So that means now that when you get a pullback to that level, you're going to get pullback failure because that area is going from resistance to support. So that means like if this candle can close above that level, that means once that next candle gets that pullback, you got a potential area to bounce now. Instead of falling underneath 543, as long as that candle can close above it, it's going to help the next candle out. So that means as long as that green candle can hold above it, because see, look, like I said, go across the board. None of the bodies of the candles was able to close above it. Look at this. Go across the board. So let's see what this candle going to do. Can this candle change everything? So that means that once that next candle comes in about, because these are 30-minute candles. So once the next candle comes in, and as long as this candle in particular holds above 543.20, and that next one comes in, and you get a pullback, you have the opportunity to bounce now, because now that's going to be considered a floor, because now the bulls had enough strength to close the body above 543.20. See that? See that? If you go across the board, none of the other bodies crossed it. None of them. This one is. So as long as they can hold above it, once that next candle comes in and you do get a pullback, that's going to be support for a possible bounce back on up, because now that's putting you in this channel here. That's putting you in this channel of 543.20 to 546. So now because you have a floor now, other than that, you was hitting a ceiling and you come down. Ceiling, down, ceiling, down, ceiling, down. Now that you broke above the ceiling, now that ceiling can turn into a possible floor when you can pull back and bounce now. Because now you are in this channel. So now this is going to be considered support, and this is going to be considered resistance. So that means that we already know where the bulls are trying to go. They're trying to go to 546. So right now we got about 5 minutes. As long as that candle can stay on top of that red line before that next candle comes in, you good. As long as it can stay on top. But what we don't want to see is the body of that candle go right back underneath. So as long as you stay on top of it, as far as on the bullish side, you're good. And right now, this little bullish pattern, as you can see, boom, boom, boom. So right now, we do have that bullish setup. So right now, that's why you're getting that nice push. There you go. Boom, see? See? Justin, what's up, boss, man? Good to see you, man. I hope all of y'all have a blessed weekend, man. Thank you so much for coming through. Man, like I said, I'm glad to be back. I had to recover from this kidney stone situation, so I'm good. So there go your push, guys. There you go. Boom, pattern. Boom, boom. Body of the candle. Closing above what? 543.20. Looking good, looking strong. Boom, boom, boom. Took away that territory away from the bears. Now the bulls got possession of what? 543.20. So that means is, even if you get a pullback, now you got support. So there you go. Boom. There it is. There it is, guys. There go that push. There it is. So now we got 543 as possible support as we do get a pullback. So now we can turn a ceiling into a floor that can be utilized to bounce on top of now. Because you got to keep in mind, why do I say that? Okay, 543.20, pivot. You leave from a pivot, you return to a pivot. So now that you left from it, 9 times out of 10 when you pull back, you're going to return back to what? 543.20. You remember, you got to treat that like a magnet. You hit it, you leave from it, you return to it. You leave from it, you return to it. Remember, that's on the downside. Now we on the upside. You leave from it, you return to it. You leave from it, you return to it. So now that area now becomes support. Now that is 543.20 is support now. What we got, boss? He said, let me make this perfectly clear. I don't want any confusion. If the SPY hits this price of 540 to 539.50, say I will be entering this contract and holding over the weekend. After a 25 drop on SPY past the fix, I think it's due. Oh yeah. Y'all remember what I told y'all? Yep, he's absolutely correct. So remember what I told you guys. Look right here. I told y'all once you hit that green trend line, 9 times out of 10 your buyers move in. Again, if you go back into the past, look what happens when you hit that green trend line. Let's go back. Look, green trend line, bounce, green trend line, bounce, green trend line, bounce. All right, let's go to now. Green trend line, bounce. See that? All they're doing is bouncing off the same area. So, I agree with him. And look at the impact of that. Look at the impact of this movement. Look at this. Boom, broke out of that 543.20. Bears, Bulls got it. I told you. If we can stay above 543.20, you could definitely see what? A red to green. I told y'all when we could go back up to those highs. Why do you think I got my line sitting right here? I said if those bulls could get that push and stay above 543.20, you can definitely see a push back up towards this key area here. Because that means that now the bulls got to take this territory away from the bears, which is 546.20, 546.13. Why do I say that? Because look, you ran up here. Look at the line. None of the bodies, pay close attention, not the wicks, none of the bodies of the candles have broke above it and held, because that means that the bears are guarding this area because they're not allowing the bulls to cross it. Just like here at 543.20. You hit 543.20, rejected. Look what happened now. The bulls then took over that territory away from the bears. And we got about 30 seconds before this candle closes out. As long as you stay above that red line, that 543.20 can be utilized for support. So that means once that next candle come in and you get a pullback, 9 times out of 10, this is where you're gonna bounce. So keep it on watch. Then I'm gonna show you, for example, watch. As this new candle comes in, let's see. Now can the bulls utilize 543.20 as support? So the next candle's about to be rolling in 3, 2, 1, boom, here you go. Now let's watch. As you slowly pull back down, will those bulls utilize now 543.20 as support? As you pull back, because now you not underneath it no more, now you're on top of it. Anytime you was underneath it, think about this in reverse. Think about the chart upside down. Think about it bouncing. Bounce, bounce. So what you think it's going to do on the upside? So keep this on watch. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's keep it on watch. At 543.20, remember I told you it's going to pull right back to it. See that? It's pulling right back to 543.20, which they can utilize that for support to bounce. See? So let's keep it on watch. Can these buyers utilize this 543.20 to go back up? So yeah, it's going to play around 543.20 where you're going to see a little bit of downward, then go back up. A little bit of downward, go right back on up. Because that's a pivot point. So if you think about it, you leave from the pivot, you return to the pivot. You leave from the pivot, you return to the pivot. You leave from the pivot, you're going to return back to the pivot because that pivot point is like a magnet. So as you see right here, what are the bulls trying to do? They're trying to utilize 543.20 for support. So yeah, you're going to get a little pull back and back and forth, but you got to realize you're on top of it. So let's see if they're going to utilize it to go back up. So let's keep it on watch. Let's see, can they hold it? Keep it on watch. Even though you're getting a little pullback, let's see what these bulls gonna do. Let's see. Can they utilize this to go back up? Keeping this on watch to see. Because it's gonna be number back and forth around 543.20 because now that area is gonna be so crucial to both parties. Because again, 543.20, the bulls need to stay on top. 543.20 puts, you need to stay under. So right now, that's why it's gonna be back and forth around this price point. So keep it on watch. Keep it on watch to see. See what I mean? See how it's going back and forth? It's a battle between both because your bears are trying to keep you underneath, the bulls are trying to get back on top. So let's just keep it on watch. Let's see what happens. I mean, don't get me wrong. Again, if the bulls can't get back on top of it, it's going to go back to resistance. It's going to go back to resistance. So right now, you are definitely pulling underneath it. You're definitely pulling. Keep it on watch, keep it on watch. How low could it go today? I mean, you could go back down to the 240s, 240s to even the 230s. Cause you're still in this channel. I mean, yeah, you're pulling back, but you're still in this little channel here, because they have not cracked that 542 yet. So yeah, you're pulling back, but you still have this support line right here. So, excuse me. So let's just keep it on watch to see where we go from here. It's gonna be a lot of back and forth, guys. This is back and forth, back and forth. Watch. Let's see what's happening. Let's see what's gonna happen. Can the Bulls hold on to their territory of 540, 542 and then push back on up? Or will the Bears take that 542 territory away from them and see a further drop back on down? And also keep in mind, you're above that downtrend still, but you can still bounce on top of that downtrend and go back up. Because you got to remember, they can still utilize this downtrend for support. So now as we pulling, let's keep it on watch. Let's keep it on watch. Because you remember, again, that downtrend can be utilized for a bounce. It can be utilized for a possible bounce to go back up. So let's see. Until you get a strong crack and you go all the way back underneath that, then that player's over. Then you're just going back to a downtrend. So right now you're on top of it. So let's see if these Bulls can utilize this for a possible bounce. Let's see. We're definitely getting a strong pullback. So let's see. Let's see what's going to happen to this trend line. Can these Bulls try to bounce, utilize this trend line plus the 542 for a possible bounce back on up? Or will we catch that fade back on down? Right now, they're utilizing 542 in that trend line right now. They're slowly trying to utilize that for support. So let's see, can they hold it? Let's see, can the Bulls hold it? Right now, they're trying to hold this key level. Because you can see lower shadow, lower shadow, lower shadow. So we know where the Bulls are at. We know the Bulls are at this key area. So in this little demand zone. So let's keep this on watch. Oh, IWM lost it. Lost the 224.86. They got pulled back down to 222. So all IWM just need to do is hold 222. If they can hold that 222 level, you have room to run back on up. But if you lose 222, do expect a further pullback on down to 221 and even 220. So here we go, still pulling back, still testing around that that downtrend and that 542. So keep your eyes peeled. Let's see. Keep your eyes peeled on this. So right now, it's still looking weak. I mean, again, the Bulls had the opportunity. I mean, you had the trend line going. I mean, they was on top of it. I mean, you got on top of 543.20, and right now the Bears came right back in and put you right underneath 543.20. Here you go, pulling back right back underneath that downtrend. See that? Now the Bulls are losing their territory. 542. Look at this. Cause look like that bear signal could be coming when you get that possible H pattern, something like this. You get that H pattern, so it could be setting us up. I mean, if these bears are coming in strong, cause once you get that one engulfing bearish candle, wait for that bounce back on up. When you're gonna get that H and that pull back on down. So just keep it on watch, cause all we're trying to look for is confirmation. Confirmation from the bull side, confirmation from the bear side. So if we get a big bearish engulfing candle, then we know 9 times out of 10 what it's setting up for. We know what it's setting up for. I mean, you can see this clearly here. H pattern, boom, drop. So let's see what's gonna happen here. Right now, the Bulls they're trying to fight to hold that 542 and stay on top of that trend line, on top of that downtrend. They're fighting, and without trying to go underneath it. So I mean, right now the Bulls are trying to protect 542. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said it's gonna be back and forth. So keep your eyes peeled on that, because again, look at the body of the candle. The body of the candle still hasn't closed underneath 542 yet. So the Bulls are still trying to protect this area. But the minute that body of the candle closed underneath that 542, the Bulls lose it, because now 542 is gonna be resistance as the next candle comes in. So that means once this candle closes out and that new candle comes in and bounce, it's gonna be hitting a wall right at the start. But as long as they can hold this key level until this candle closes out, they can still hold and gain control of 542. So right now we're still in the channel, back and forth. You're still in that same freaking channel, same channel again. It's just back and forth right now. Just watching my contracts real quick. Are you on pivot to send contracts? Boom, boom, boom. Marty, what was your entry, boss? Shout out to you. I gotta show him some love. Marty, what was your entry? Yep, because you back underneath. Like I said, you lose that 542. That's going to be your next area. Once it bounces back on up, you can utilize 542 for a possible continuation pullback for a put. We know for sure 543.20 gonna be utilized for an opportunity because you can't break it. So if it was to bounce back on up, I mean, you can have more bears gathering in here for the possible pullback between this 543.20 and 542. So, and today is Friday, guys. You already know, half a day, and I don't want y'all gambling. So again, make as much as y'all can. Try to make the best trades as much as possible from now until 11:30, 12 o'clock, because you already know the volume changes on Fridays. So be very careful. Don't turn your trading into gambling. I want you guys to be very careful. If you make profit, take profits when you have it. You know, again, you got to look at that as blessings, because that's things that you didn't have to put on a uniform for. You didn't have to go work a 9 to 5 for. This is something that you got in the comfort of your home. So you got to take that into consideration. Don't gamble your account. Please don't. You know, again, if I didn't care, I wouldn't be saying this, guys. I care a lot about you guys. I care a lot about you guys' accounts, because I want to see you live your life the way that you want to live it. So don't mess it up by over gambling, by getting emotional. You know, FOMO doesn't pay the bills. Profit does, and locking in on those profits. As much as Deck and I preach about locking in on profits, lock in when you have it. Do not give it back. You lock it in, hold it on, set yourself up for the next opportunity. Shout out to Marty. Marty said, I saw a large upper shadow, 5-minute time frame at 543.40. Then I got out around the VWAP. Shout out to Marty for making that profit. Quick scalp. So, good call, boss. Good call. Yep, back underneath that 543, because the next level that the Bears are trying to take is that 542. 542 is next for the Bears. They trying to take out 542. You can see that clearly where they trying to go. They're trying to turn that 542 into resistance. They trying to take that support line away from the Bulls and utilize that for the next resistance area once you get a bounce. So we already know for sure 543.20 is resistance. So now the next area that the Bears are trying to take is 542. So right now we're at 542.11. So right now we're getting closer and closer towards that 5, and look, it's getting weaker and weaker. We about to see 541. If those Bulls don't hold it, you about to see 541. So that means the Bears is going to take that and turn that into resistance as well. So right now 542.09, 542.16, 542.04. Look like you about to see 541. Yep, look like you about to see it in a few seconds. 541 about to pop up. All I'm doing is looking at the prices and seeing right where it's at. And I already know the Bears' intention of what they're trying to do. They're trying to turn this into resistance. They're trying to turn 542 into resistance. But in order for them to do that, they're going to have to get underneath it. They're going to have to get underneath 542. 541, there it is. See? Now, if that candle closes out underneath, that means the Bears have control. Right now, the Bulls are still holding it. I mean, because it's still bouncing. So the Bears have not been able to close underneath it. The Bears have not been able to close underneath it just yet. I mean, you still got time. You still got 20 minutes until this candle closes out. You still got time until this candle closes out. But right now, the Bulls are not allowing the Bears to close that candle underneath 542. So if you notice that, it went right back on up. That buying pressure kicked in.
How is the challenge going?
So far, so good, boss. I mean, I had took a little break from it because I had a lot going on. Right now, I was sitting at 20,000. I still had $5,000 to go to crossing over the PDT, and had a lot going on that put me on a little timeout from it. So right now I'm back to focusing on finishing up this challenge. So $5,000 more to go, crossing me over the PDT, and I'm done with the challenge, boss. So all I need is $5,000 left, and I'm done with it. Yep, $5,000, I'm done. Done. Which is why I'm just trying to watch this next setup to see exactly where we're going from this point. Because right now we're just still in this channel going back and forth. Yeah, I mean, it's just in a channel seismic. It's just going back and forth right now. Back and forth. Yeah, so because right now, like I said, 543.20 was that pivot point, because you leave from it, you return to it, you leave from it, you return to it, you leave from it, you return to it. It's like that 543.20, 543.20, 543.20, 543.20. It's like you just keep pivoting around this area over and over and over. So if you notice, when they push, you're still going up to what? 543.20. You still like going, you still finding a way back to this area. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That's all you're doing is going right back around this 543.20. It's like as much as it pull back up and down, you still keep rotating around at 543.20. Keep pivoting around this area over and over. You keep returning back to here. So that's the pivot point. We know for sure. We know that's the pivot point. Because you keep returning to it. See that? 543.20? You keep going right back close to it. No, even though we ain't going back above it yet, but look what you keep returning to. 543.20. So again, we know that's a pivot point for today because you keep returning to it. So I'm just trying to figure out how to utilize it is what I'm trying to do. So you broke above it, but then you pull back to it. So I'm trying to figure out how to utilize it because it's, hold on, matter of fact, let me see something real quick. Wait. Let me see something. Let me try to figure something out. All right. So let's see. You're still holding above that downtrend. So you're still above the downtrend. So it still could go. You still could see some upside. The way this is setting up. So buyers could be slowly trying to push, create a squeeze. That's what it looked like they're trying to do. Because you're above that downtrend. You're not back underneath. See, they tried to pull back, and then you're going right back on up. So now you're starting an uptrend, look like. So yeah, look like an uptrend is trying to transition. You're going from a downtrend to now an uptrend this way. So all the buyers got to do is get back on top of what? See what I mean? 543.20. See how it keeps rotating back to this? I mean, like I said, remember what I told y'all since this morning? I mean, it was buying momentum after this drop because buyers started to step in. Buyers. You know, despite the red candles, I mean, predominantly all the candles were green, meaning buyers are still in, buyers were stepping in. So that's what I'm just trying to figure out if we have enough buying strength to give it that push that we need. See, can we get back on top of 543.20? So therefore they can turn this old resistance into new support where they can bounce, pretty much trap the bears, turn into a bear trap versus a bull trap. Because right now this would be considered a bull trap because you're still underneath 543.20. So that's why I'm trying to watch, as we look at while we're going back and forth in this channel of 543.20 and 542. You're just going back and forth. You're ping-ponging back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. This was the only movement we got out of that channel today, not too long ago. Then you went right back into this channel. So you had a small little victory lap on calls, but then you went right back into this channel again. Now you're going back and forth all over again. But, because again, if you lose 542, that's going to definitely be a signal to seeing more downside because you lose 542, you're going back into this downtrend. But right now, you're on top of it. See, you're bouncing. So that means you have some type of buying strength. You have some type of bullish strength that's still holding in some type of way around this area where there's a demand zone at. So that's why I'm just keeping on watch to see exactly what this market wants to do today. Where does it want to truly go? Do it really want to go up or do it really want to continue back on down? So that's why I'm just keeping on watch to see exactly where that true momentum is going to go. Because the bulls are refusing to let the bears get underneath 542. The bears are refusing to let the bulls get back above 543.20. So all it is going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Golden, what's up, boss? Yeah, Queen. Who I was supposed to talk to about futures? I think it was Caesar. I think Caesar was somebody else I was supposed to talk to about futures. But yeah, I thought about it too. And yeah, and Golden, that's why me and you are like this, boss, because we always are like, man, it's like we understand these patterns, man. But you know what, I ain't gonna lie, Golden and Queen, as I was talking to the other traders earlier, you know what I overlooked? That where I could have been setting myself up a long time ago. I'm talking about like where I could have been going on a week swing trade. And I don't know if you caught it, Golden. Is a certain pattern that, again, I overlooked. I don't know if you overlooked it, but I know I did. That could have told me, look, you need to go into this position, hold this for the rest of the week, and see how much you're going to make. And had I would have caught on to that pattern setup, I could have been going in for a swing trade from Monday all the way into today banking. And it was just one pattern that stood out, and I overlooked it and didn't see it. Till now, I missed it. Watch. Let me go back to my 30 right here. Tell me if you see it, boss. I overlooked it. Like I said, I'm not going to lie, I overlooked it. And I could have been setting myself up a long time ago for a possible opportunity. Where are you at? Where is it at? Where is it at? Wait, am I on the right one? Oh, yeah, it is right here. Let me stretch it out just a little bit so you can see it. I dog it. What was it at? Wait, is this my 30-30 or 10-30? No, 30-30. Where is it at? Hold up. Oh, here you go. I'm tripping. Right there in my face. Yeah, right here. Let me take off this trend line. Watch. Engineer. Golden. What pattern? Okay, look. What pattern do y'all see that could have told us, man, we could have been going for a swing trade this whole entire time since Monday? Like, look at my 30-minute pattern. Golden and Engineer. Look at my 30-minute pattern. What pattern do y'all see that could have told us, man, we could have been setting ourselves up for a long, good swing trade since Monday all the way till, you see it? You see it, huh? I saw it late. As soon as I seen it, I was like, oh, I see the inverted cup and handle pattern. I'm like, it was right there in my face. How did I miss that? Right here. I say, God, dog. And I seen it again. They gave me the notion that that's the cup. This is the handle. Could have got in for a swing trade since damn near Monday and just been rocking it. Well, it looked like, what is this? Tuesday. Today Friday. It's Friday. Wednesday. So yeah, right here we got this movement here. What we got for the handle. Could have been on a good swing trade. And I seen it late. I was like, how did I overlook that? Yep, inverted cup of handle right in our faces. And I overlooked it. I can admit it that I dropped the ball on that bad boy. An inverted cup of handle right there that could have told me I could have been going on a 3-day swing trade. Right in my face. Right here, engineer. Look at this. Boom. Cup. Boom. Handle. There you go. That told us right there all along how we could have been preparing ourselves. Going into this week. Because look what happened. Inverted cup and handle pattern. Got in up here. Rolled that bad boy down. Man. I was like, how did I miss that? I mean, after all of this from last week before last, cup, and then the handle, could have prepared myself around 5:55 and just been riding that all the way on down for the rest of the week. From 5:55 all the way on down into the 40s. It's like, how did I miss that? How did I not see that pattern right there in my face? I was like, oh my God. But again, I can admit I missed it. I can admit it. I dropped the ball on that. I did. I did. I don't know how I overlooked that. So it's like, now I got to look for a new pattern since I missed that one. So now I got to see what new pattern could be forming now. It's like, crap. God, I can't believe I missed it. Why do you think to go to 535? Tradecaster wants to buy, call it 539. Wait, why do you think 535? Oh, down to 535. What did I have? I was looking at my 180 chart. Let me see. If I go back, well, that's if we would have cracked that trend line. If we would have cracked that green trend line, which is a strong line. But if we crack that green trend line, like say for instance we lose it, right? Say for instance we lose that green trend line. Because remember, that trend line is very strong. Because every time, even in the past, you hit the green trend line, engineer, you bounce. See, green trend line in the past, bounce, bounce, bounce. So if you notice right here, you rotate all the way from the red trend line all the way down to the green trend line. So you go from puts all the way down to calls, because look how strong that green trend line is. Buys move in, buys move in, buys move in. So look where we at right now. Green trend line, where buys can simply move in. Now, if we lose that green trend line, say for instance we get a further dump on down. Look at these other areas that we had that we were in a channel in before the breakout. So if you notice this little channel, what was this channel? 536 to 533. So if you notice channel, breakout. So you see this area clearly. So we go back, look. We hit, got rejected. Hit, got rejected. So these two key areas were the areas we needed for that breakout. Because every time we hit, we failed. So we broke above 533.20. That put us in this little level. We broke above 536. We got into a higher level. So if you notice that. So that's why, again, if we were to lose this trend line, we could possibly fall right back into this little channel here. It's a possibility. If we lose this green trend line that's been holding us up for a minute. If we lose that, you got room to fall right back into this old channel or this old area before the breakout. Because again, see where it ran up to before it got rejected hard? 533.20. Came up to 533.20, came right on down. Once you got above 533.20, what happened? It went from resistance to support. Once you had that area and you got rejected underneath 536, that put you in a channel because you ping-ponging back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Because the bears would not allow you to break above 536, nor did the bulls allow the bears to break below 533. So all you did was go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Then you went on a breakout. So if we was to lose this trend line, the possibility of where you can fall back now be right at around these areas of 536 to 533, thus putting you back into that old channel. Because you got to think about it. After this move, all you're doing is going from green to red. So it's like a big rotation back on down. So again, if we can't hold this key level and we fall, because you got to think about it, that green trend line has been holding us up for quite a while. And that's why I'm calling it out. So if we go back, how long did we stay in this channel? We go back all the way here from this little bounce. That was in April. So we've been holding this channel since April. Well, even further than that. We go back even further. See that? We've been holding this channel for a long, long time, since the beginning of this year. So and look how important that channel is. So if we lose that, then we have to create a new channel. We have to create something new because we can no longer depend on this channel setup anymore. That's the only reason why I'm leaning on this, to say that, okay, if we've been in this channel that long, then psychologically these bulls have to hold this key level to reverse us back up to stay in this channel. Because other than that, we'll crack out of that green trend line. We have to create a new channel because we're no longer on that uptrend channel anymore. Now we got to think about a downtrend channel. So like right where I have my line at, then I have to take this whole channel away and create a downtrend channel. So the only thing that can save it, if the bulls can hold that green trend line for the reversal back on up, kind of like they did in the past. You come all the way down, they saved it on top of that green trend line, you move right back on up, come down, green trend line bounce, move right back on up, come all the way down, green trend line, move right back on up. And you've been holding that ever since, May? So you've been holding this area, this last bounce since May all the way now to July. Look at this. So we've been holding the same channel. So that's why I'm trying to hope that these bulls can hold this key level, because that will keep us in that same channel that we've been using since the beginning of this year. If not, then we have to create a new channel. So that's the thing. And that's all depending on if these bulls can hold this key level like they did before. But if we lose this, then we got to focus on creating a new channel, because that means that uptrend channel no longer even matters anymore, because we're out of it. So if they can hold it, then that can definitely give us a reversal back on up towards the upside. See, that green trend line. If they can hold that level, they can put us in a position to rotate off of that green trend line back on up towards the upside. But they have to hold this key level. They have to stay above this key level. So right now you're bouncing around. It's about 140. What was the open on this bad boy? Open was 541. So 541. You bounced off of this area around 541. They have to hold this. You lose that, well, look what's going to happen. Because in order for us to get to 540, you're going to have to crack that green trend line. And if you crack that green trend line, as strong as that green trend line is, that strong green trend line, support line, could turn into a strong resistance line. Because that means once you lose this and you fall and try to bounce back on up, they can utilize this for resistance and pull you back down even further, where this downtrend will continue. See that? Even though you're on an uptrend, you're on a downtrend at the same time. Because if you notice my downtrend setup, every time you hit, you fall. You hit, you fall. You're still on this downtrend setup. You're still on a downtrend setup. That's why I'm just trying to see what these bulls gonna do. I know it's all over the place. Like I said, it's a lot of choppiness. There's a lot of stuff going on. That's why you got to pay close attention to certain key levels. Right now, the main key level for me that I'm watching is 543.20, because that area can play a crucial role. If you stay underneath it, yeah, it's a put opportunity. You get above it, it can be a call opportunity, because 543.20 can act as support or resistance. So that's the reason why I'm looking closely just at that price point alone to see, okay, what does the market want to do today? Are we going to stay underneath 543.20 and get a further fade? Again, if we start to fade back down to the 540s, you're losing that channel that's on that 180 chart. So right now, we at a very crucial area right now that can change everything if those bulls can't hold this key area. If we lose this 542 back on down, again, we'll be falling out of that channel on the 180. So right now, you can see that they desperately are trying to hold because you can see, look at the trend line. Every time you pull down, you go back up. You pull down, you go back up. You pull down, you go back up because it's like the bulls are refusing to let these bears take them out. See that? Lower shadow, pullback failure, pullback failure, pullback failure. Stand right on top of this trend line. So could it be setting up for the ascending triangle pattern up to this 546? There's a possibility as long as these bulls hold. So could we see a slow uptrend? A slow movement back up to this 546? If the bulls can hold it, yeah. Get you, because again, the first and foremost thing we need to do is get back on top of 543.20. And as you can see, look at the buying pressure. Look at the buying pressure. Look at the buying pressure. Where they're trying to go? 543.20. Look, 543 right now. Where do you think the bulls are trying to go? They're trying to create those squeezes. Seismic, remember when we were talking about those squeezes? Look what you think the bulls are trying to do. Remember those contracts? I'm talking about stalling those puts out of their contracts. Look at the buying pressure. Because the puts didn't get that drop they wanted. Look at the buyers. Pushed it right back on up, right back on up, right back on up, right back on up. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to stall those puts. Because if you think about it, if they could stall those puts out of their contracts, that's over 700-some thousand put contracts getting squeezed, which means that's going to lead to a massive squeeze up because you're forcing these puts out of their contracts because that's going to the buyers. Now, that's moving over to putting more weight on the buying side. So as you can see, look at the buying pressure. Look at this. Look at this. All the way back to what? 543.20. You remember? You lost that at first and fell. But look how much strength you had to go right back up to 543.20. You remember I told you, that's your pivot point. You leave from it, you return to it. You leave from it, you return to it. What just happened? You left from it, you return to it. Now look at the bulls doing now. Now they're utilizing 543.20 for support. Now you back on top of it. So there go your squeezes possibly about to happen because you done took that territory back away from the bears. Now they can use that as a bear trap because every time you pull back down to 543.20, now the bulls can set it up. Because look where you at. Look how far you came from falling to going all the way back to where you started. That's letting you know the power and the strength of the buyers right now. Because think about it. Why didn't we fall off after 542? Why didn't we go all the way down to 541, 540? Why didn't we see a big red candle? See that? Buyers came in, they shut that down. Instead of having a big red candle, they pushed it back the opposite way. So that's going to create fear in the sellers now because they couldn't get that pullback that they wanted because the bulls wouldn't allow it. Because they put that buying pressure kicked right back on in and put you right back above what? 543.20. I told you guys I was looking at one specific price point, 543.20. That's it. Look at this. And look what we ended up back on. After all this pulling back, look what we ended up at. 543.20. Same exact price. And we're on the trend line. So that's what I'm trying to say. Because remember I told you guys, after this pullback yesterday, going in for after hours in the pre-market, I told you, look at the candles. It was more buyers, despite all the red candles. I still see green. I still see a lot of greens that we have buyers still trying to step in. So that's why I was like, okay, if I take yesterday and take today, put them together, that makes an uptrend. So if you look at that, look at the movement. Buyers are stepping in again. Boom, there you go. See? Boom. Seismic, Engineer, Marty, Golden. What price did we get back on top of? What price did we get back on top of? Tyreek, Ashine, whoever is listening to me in chat. Guys, after all this pulling back and all this movement, what price did we end right back on top of? What price did we end back on top of? That's the evil number. Appreciate you, boss. Yeah, bossy. Appreciate you, bossy. Look at that. After all this pulling back and forth, yeah, take that evil number off of there, Golden. Ugh. Curse you. Curse you, sir. But after all this pulling back, look. My price never changed. My line never changed. Look at that. We did all this pulling back to end up on top of what? My red line. What is my red line? 543.20. I told you. You ended up right back on top of this boy, bad boy. And I told you, if the Bulls can get back on top of 543.20, we could see a possible what? Red to green, back up to 546, because I told y'all what to look out for. I told y'all, after I was going in the pre-market, look at the buyers. You had more green candles than red candles. You had buyers, despite all the pullbacks and the areas that the bears was guarding, you seen an uptrend.
I'm in on the 551C for Monday, got them at 10:59.
Ooh, shout out to you, boss. So you said 551? So, because it looked like we want to, I mean, like I said, as long as these Bulls can hold 543.20, they can utilize that for support where we can see a nice rotation back up to where? 546.13. So right now they're holding this as a floor. All the Bulls have to do is just hold this as a floor because you're back on top of it. So all they got to do is hold it. So all we want to do is see that nice push. We got that confirmation that, one of the confirmations that buyers were stepping in because we couldn't get a pullback. Okay, gotcha, boss. Gotcha. So what is pushing SPY up? Because everything else is falling. So what is holding it up? What is moving? Because Nvidia's falling. Meta's trying to hold. In Amazon, Amazon's trying to hold. Nvidia, pulling back. Google, and pulling back. Tesla, pulling back. So what is pushing it up? The only thing I see is between Meta and, what about Microsoft? I ain't checked Microsoft. Oh, Microsoft. Okay, so that's what's probably contributing to that, because Microsoft is pushing back up. You got room to run up to this from 425 back up to this 430s mark. You can see right here across the board where you got stuff at here. So you're gonna need to, okay, what's some areas on Microsoft that we need to break to get back up towards the upside? Let's do this real quick. So we see this key mark. That is around, what is this? 425.64. So we got that key area we got here, and you got this key area here. So 525.64 would be 1. 564 would be 1. That'll be here where you got stuff at. That'll be where you got room to go back up to. And if you break that, you got room to go up to, what is this? 530.49, which you might as well round it to 530.50. So we're going to say 530.50, just for the sake of it. All right, so we got that where Microsoft is the only one I see that's really trying to do something. So Microsoft has room to go back up to try to retest that 425.64. You test that and break out, you got room to go up to this 530.50 right here. So these are gonna be your main two challenges as far as Microsoft. So let's put an alert. Let's do the alert game. You know how we do, guys. So let's go ahead and do the alert game. Alert, that'll be the first one. What was it? 64. All right, so 64. All right, so that'll be 1 for sure. And then we're gonna make another one here. And that's gonna be Microsoft, guys. So Microsoft. 50, right? 530.50. All right, 530.50. All right, that's gonna be the next one. All right. Cool. So we got 525.64 gonna be the first target. And again, if we can get that push that it looked like it wants to do, we got room to go up to 430.50. So right now, IWM is falling, fading, so nothing to worry about on that. I mean, unless you're going for a put back on down underneath that 224.86, ride that back on down, so nothing really on that. Let me move Microsoft over to Nvidia. Let's move it over here. All right, so we're gonna keep that on watch for Microsoft, and then we're gonna go back to SPY. All right, so what's SPY doing still? So SPY's just doing exactly. See, kind of the pattern kind of looks alike. So that means that's Microsoft doing that. So Microsoft is pushing, is helping contribute to a SPY. So if you notice, when it pushes, SPY pushes, because everything else is falling. So I mean, the only thing that's contributing is Microsoft. As long as Microsoft can keep pushing, SPY's gonna keep pushing. But the minute that Microsoft loses its momentum, so will SPY. Because that means if Microsoft loses its momentum, you already know where you're going. You're going back underneath, and that's going to be 543.20. So if Microsoft loses its momentum, so will SPY loses momentum when you go back underneath that 543.20. So keep that on watch. Matter of fact, I should have put it to the top. My bad. So yeah, so we can watch it. So right now you are getting stuffed at that 50 on Microsoft, which is around 423.18ish. So right now you're getting stuffed at that key area, which is causing SPY to stall out. So if you notice that, the minute that Microsoft starts to stall out, so does SPY. So that's the only thing that looks like that's helping contribute at this moment is SPY. It's Microsoft. So now you're getting a push, which is helping SPY push. So at least we know who the contributor is. So we know that Microsoft is the contributor. Because you see, when Microsoft gets strong to push, it helps SPY push. Y'all notice the difference? Look at that. Get that nice push, get a nice push. So that's Microsoft doing that. Because everything else is falling. Everything else is falling. So as long as Microsoft can keep the momentum going, SPY is going to keep its momentum. But the minute that Microsoft loses its momentum, do expect to see us go back underneath that 543.20. That's the only thing contributed at the moment that I see is Microsoft. So as long as Microsoft can keep pushing towards that 425.64, that means that you still got room on SPY to go up towards this 544 to 545. So as long as Microsoft keep pushing, SPY is gonna keep pushing. So that means that we can see a 544 touch. See that? So that means that's gonna contribute. There you go, 544. And if as Microsoft keeps pushing towards the 425.64, we could see 545. As long as Microsoft can keep going, SPY's gonna keep going. But the minute you lose it, or you hit that and get rejected hard, SPY's coming right along with it. So I'm just letting you guys know. Just keep it on watch, because that seems like the only contributor at the moment is Microsoft. At least we know who it is or who's contributing to it. Micro sizzle. No good trade on SPY yet. Still all consolidation. Yeah, boss. Like I was stating, the only thing that's even holding SPY up is Microsoft. That's the only thing I see so far. Everything else is fading. Nvidia, I think. Wait, was Nvidia the one that was trying to hold? Let me see. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Nope, Nvidia was fading. What was that? Was it Amazon trying to hold? Yeah, Amazon was trying to hold, and Meta, I think. Yeah, so they still trying to test their tops right now, but they holding. So Amazon and Meta still holding, so they haven't dropped completely. They still trying to test these certain areas, but everything else is fading. And the only one that looks good is Microsoft. It's holding its gains. So other than that, I don't see anything else. It's pulling back, but it's still holding on top. Because I'm telling you, again, the main thing for these buyers, you gotta stay on top of 543.20. Buyers gotta stay. You gotta utilize that for support. Because if you lose 543.20, I'm telling you, them bears are coming. Them bears are coming. If you lose that, they coming. So the best thing, see you Monday. I'm leaving because I have to go. All right, Golden man, thank you so much for coming through too, boss. Again, thank you for everything that you've been doing for me, man. Always been having my back. You already know you my right hand man. Man, we always catching these trades together, man. And I do hope you have a blessed weekend. And I will see you Monday, boss. Again, thank you so much for everything you do for me and the team. Thank you. So let me give my boy his round out before he bounce out. Let me give my boy some love, man. That's my guy. Let me give my boy some love. Hold up. Wait a minute. Shout out to Golden, man. Shout out to Golden. Shout out, boss. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. So, the hell was that? So right now we're still holding on top of 543.20, guys. Still holding on top of it at the moment. Still holding. That's a good sign. What you don't want to do is Shout out though, boss man. I see you Monday, boss. And go enjoy that weekend. But yeah, team, the main thing with that, we just again for calls or for bulls for loans, you gotta stay on top of 543.20. You lose that, it's going back from support now back into resistance. You lose 543.20. It's gonna go right back into to resistance. Gonna put you right back in that channel once again, where you're gonna go ping ponging back and forth, back and forth. You lose that, you falling right back into this channel. So look what's happening. Here goes some more weakness. Here goes some more weakness. It's like these buys don't have the strength. There you go, falling right back into it. So you already know what that means. So again, if we can't hold that, you're going right back underneath that. So let's see. I mean, you still got time for this count. I mean, for these buys to regain that 543.20. You know, because this candle's not gonna close out just yet, because this is still a fresh candle, 30-minute candle. So I mean, anything can still happen. Anything can still change. As long as the buys can hold 543.20, use that for, you know, utilize that area to turn into a bear trap. You can still utilize this as a floor to rotate back this way. You can still utilize it to move back this way, but they have to stay on top of this red line. If not, it's gonna put you right back in that channel. 543.20 is going to turn right back into the resistance, and we're going to be focusing on some possible downside again. So all the bulls got to do is just stay on top of that key level. That's it. Stay on top of that key level for a possible rotation back on up. If not, you're going right back into this channel, which is going to make the sellers more excited for definitely a possible further pullback. So it's up to the buyers. Can they hold this key level? Can they hold this key level and stay on top of it, close it out on top of 543.20 for the next candle to have support? See, what the bears are trying to do, they're trying to close that candle underneath. What the bulls are trying to do is stay on top and close out for a possible support. I mean, and like I said, look at Microsoft. Microsoft is still looking good. Microsoft is still looking healthy. You're $1 away from the 425 mark. Still $1 away, but it still looks. Still looks good. I mean, you're above the 50. As long as you hold above that 50, I mean, that'll give time for the 9 EMA and 20 EMA to do somewhat of a crossover. So that could still lead to a push. So I mean, if we do get, that could change the course of SPY in due time. Right now, I mean, you're just slowly building. I mean, you still stand on top of that 50, which is that 50 is at 423.19. So right now we are at 423.70. So right now that's good on Microsoft. So we just need to close and hold. So what we don't need to do is go up and then start to go right back underneath that 50. So right now, as long as Microsoft's still looking good. It's holding. So we just need that to hold. And you still, look at this, you still battling with this 543.20. Back and forth. Look at this. Back and forth with here. You're still battling back and forth. It's just a battle. There you go back underneath it again. There you go. Like I said, guys, it just seems like it's gonna be a battle around that same price point. 543.20. So if anything, the only thing I can say on that note is play around it. Play either an overextension on the upside or play a extension on the downside, where 9 times out of 10 you pull back but then go back to it, or you bounce up and then come back to it. I mean, that's the only suggestion I can give, is play the overextension game away from 543.20, whether it's on the upside for a pullback down to it, whether it's on the downside for a bounce back up to it. So it just seemed like it just keep rotating around 543.20, 543.20 over and over and over. And it seems like that's the major focus price point for the day, because that's the way the market keeps reacting around it. So again, it can be utilized for either or. It can be utilized for support or resistance. Man, look where we at right now. You're back underneath it, so you already know what that means. If that candle closes out underneath it, you already know that's going to be considered resistance. And there you go, pulling again. See, that's getting those sellers excited. So you close underneath that bad boy, that's going to be resistance all over again. If those bulls cannot stay on top of 543.20, expect some more pullback coming. That's all I'm gonna say, because that's gonna turn right back into resistance. Because look what happened the last time when you fell and it bounced right back on up to 543.20. Look what happened. Major pullback all the way down to damn near 538. So If we don't want to see another repeat of this, with you in the same exact area, for another pullback, just like this, then those bulls need to get on top. Where instead of having, now that I'm thinking, let me see. If they can stay on top of it, could we get a measure move but on the upside? So how we got a good red candle, can we get a good green candle but the opposite way? If the bulls can get on top. The same exact measure movement here on the downside can get the same exact measure. Matter of fact, let's do this. Hold up. If everything can go according to plan, let's do this. So same price point. Let's measure this candle. Let's do a measurement of this candle here. Okay. So let's make a duplicate and do it on top of 543. So if the buy or bulls were to step up to get the same measurement of that same candle but in green, how high could this bad boy push if the buys hold? So if everything goes according to plan, the buys were to step up, if, that's a huge if because I still don't see anything yet. All I did was just take the measure move of this candle here to try to put it on top to see how much room buyers would have to go this way. So that looked like around 548. If we was to get that, again, we was to get that strong buying momentum, because all you're doing is getting the same measure move from that candle to this candle, but on the opposite side. And you got room to go to 548. From 546 to 548. But still not go yet on these buys, so I mean, it's nothing yet. My bad, I pressed the button. My fault. I pushed the wrong button. My fault. Don't beat me. Do you have a video on options on YouTube? My fault, bro. I pressed the wrong button. I did the little fat finger movement. I'm sorry. Don't judge me. Do you have a video on options? Okay, I mean, do y'all want me to do that? I just have to put in some more research to give y'all as much details on options as much as possible. If y'all want me to put together a video on options, if that's what y'all want me to do, King Kong and the rest of you guys, if that's what y'all want me to do, I'll work on an options video. Kind of piece together, to give y'all a better look on how, options, how to choose your contracts wisely, the different time frame of options, as far as the expiration date. If y'all want me to do that, I'll do as much research as I can over the weekend and piece it together, but not do a live, but do like a recorded video where we break down. Okay, I got you. So I'm gonna do as much research as I can over the weekend, and I'm gonna try to compile as much as I can to give y'all like an options video to help you guys out on, the normal way how people trade, using options, and how the way I trade. So kind of putting a split in between the two on how I think, the way the normal people think on options. I'll do that. I got you. Ooh, this is gonna be fun. I ain't do a regular video in so long when I can add some special effects. I'll do that, King Kong. I got you. That'll be fun. I got you. Just right now, the market, it's just not doing that. It's still just sideways. You're still battling around this 543.20. It is still back and forth. The way this is setting up, it's just two different ways it can go. Because I don't want to say, just name one side and it does the opposite. It's two different ways it can go, and I'm just going to be honest with you. If the buyers can hold or get back above 543.20, that means you still hold this uptrend for the possible rotation back up to 545, 544, 545, even 546, when you get a rotation back this way. But if you lose 543.20, then we will see further downside where that 543.20 will hold up as resistance once again, like we did yesterday on how these bears came in aggressive. So that could happen. So it's two different ways it can go. Because again, if we stand underneath 543.20 and you get that pullback and you also lose 542, you got to think about it, guys. You're not only losing the open, you're losing the trend line, you're losing your support. Therefore, we can see a more deeper pullback. So it just all depends around this 543.20. Who's gonna take full control of this price point? Again, if you can stay on top of it, then the bulls have control, because that'll put you on top. They'll put you on top of this white red line where you can utilize this for the bounce, where you can focus on this particular channel, right? But if you don't and it stay underneath it like we are now, then you have to focus on the bottom channel, because this is resistance, where we have to focus on the bottom price point. So it's like this 543.20 is it's pretty much the decider, the decision maker. Whether if we stay on top, then we can focus on the higher price points. 544, 544, 545, 546. If we stay underneath it, then we have to focus on the lower price points. 542, 541, 540. So that's gonna be the decision maker to seeing which way, okay, which price points can we focus on after 543.20? Will we focus on the upper price points or will we focus on the lower price points? But right now, I mean, it's just still trying to battle. Right now, the Bulls are trying to stay on top of it. We know the Bears are trying to take you underneath it. So right now, so far, the Bulls have it because you can see it clearly that the Bulls are trying to hold on top of it. So right now, the Bulls have it because they have reclaimed it. So right now, I mean, Bulls got it. But it looked like every time they have it, then they get yanked down, then they get yanked down underneath it. So it's like back and forth. So it's like, there's no true momentum kicked in yet. It's like just nothing yet. I mean, we had a little move up and down, but other than that, I haven't really seen any big movement yet. Not yet. Oh, and while we waiting on this to see, because right now the Bulls holding it. I mean, like I said, as long as you stay on top of 543.20, then we can focus on the upper price point. So right now, as long as they holding, which is looking good right now at this moment, we can focus on the upper price point. I hate when this chat box do that. I hate that. As you can see, I'm not even touching it and it disappear. Oh yeah, let's look into the calendar for next week. What we got next week? And I think the Fed meeting should be coming up too, right? Shoot, FOMC. Yo, here we go. Next meeting is in 5 days, so we got the FOMC meeting coming up, guys. Within 5 days, that'll be next week. So right here, you can clearly see that. Meeting July 31st. So it's on the left. Let me see. So that'll be Wednesday. So that'll be next Wednesday. We're gonna have the FOMC meeting. So that's gonna be interesting. All right. So let's go take a look at our calendar for next week, guys. So Monday, nothing. Tuesday, S&P Case Shiller Home Price Index, Consumer Confidence, Job Openings, cool. Wednesday, the big day. ADP, employment. So, yep, we have the FOMC meeting, Jerome Powell. Oh, yeah. Yeah, guys. So we have the FOMC meeting next week. So keep that in mind. FOMC meeting next week. And I will remind you guys. So Wednesday, do we have any where's my let me go back. Do we have any earnings supposed to be coming up? Hold up. Let me see. When is the next earnings coming up? What, ain't this supposed to be Microsoft? Hold on, let me go to my little list real quick. Let me move this out the way. I apologize for that. Where's my little earnings list at? Earnings. Here we go. Let's see. Microsoft is next, right? Oh yeah, okay. So Microsoft is the day before the FOMC meeting comes out. So that's the 30th. So we got Microsoft coming out. Oh, and we got Meta. Meta's gonna be the day of. So we got Microsoft and we got Meta. Apple is gonna be the first. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying, Kato J. Yeah. So they all backed up down. So next week is gonna be full of the major companies. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So we're gonna be having Microsoft, Meta, Apple, and Amazon. All next week. Tuesday is Microsoft, Wednesday is Meta, and Thursday is Apple and Amazon coming out. Cause Nvidia is not gonna be until the 28th of August. So that's gonna be down the line. So we gotta worry about that. But for sure, that's coming up. It's gonna be Microsoft, Meta, Apple, and Amazon. So the market may go crazy next week, guys. Plus the FOMC meeting. It's gonna be interesting. Very, very interesting next week. So again, if y'all put it like this, if y'all don't want to, again, love you guys to death. If anything, I'm gonna just, I'm always gonna give y'all the truth about everything. If you don't want to force a trade today, don't force a trade today. Cause look what's coming up next week, guys. We got like four companies, major companies with earnings coming out. Apple, Amazon, Meta, Microsoft. And we have the FOMC meeting next week. So if you don't want to force a trade today, I wouldn't force a trade today. I would just chill and get ready for next week. Because next week's going to be interesting. And that's going to kick off Tuesday because Tuesday is... How the freak I forget that fast? Tuesday, I think, is going to get the ball rolling. Next Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday because of Microsoft. Because Microsoft's going to be Tuesday. After the market close. Wednesday, you're going to have the FOMC meeting and Meta. And then Thursday, you're going to have Apple and Amazon. And that's all going to be next week. So we got some major companies coming out next week, plus the FOMC meeting, which I think the market is probably what Kato and King Kong, do you think that pullback was purposely done? And iShine and the hustle. So knowing that information that we got now, do you think that pullback has been on purpose? Like as far as SPY, like they purposely pulled it as low as they can for that major bounce that could be happening next week? With all this information, with these major companies coming out with earnings and the FOMC meeting, so as far pulling it back down to a good support line for that major push. Cause that's what it looked like. Look. Cause think about it. I'm gonna show you this. iShine. Look. Cause that's what I'm saying is. Think about it. With all that information coming out and we pulling back down to these low areas. Look at my channel. Look at my channel setup. Watch. See. Let me take all these lines off real quick. Let me just take this off. Hold up. Give me a minute. Let me take all these lines off so we stay focused. I'll put the lines back later. We're gonna just focus on the channel line. Watch. Let me show you what I'm thinking on what I'm thinking they may do for next week. On what the game plan could be next week. And I'm talking about on the long side. So, because if you notice, let's break it down real quick. So if you notice, every time we hit that green trend line, we make a big move. Green trend line, nice move. Green trend line. Because think about it. From the red trend line, you got enough room to go down. Green trend line, you got enough room to go up. So, if we catching these bottoms early now, I'm talking about now, I'm not telling y'all jump into it. I'm just saying, if we hitting these bottoms already before the earnings and them come out, look how much room, if everything was to go according to plan, if we could still just hold this trend line and reverse, look how much room you got to go back this way. So, if everything goes according to plan and we hold this trend line, I'm talking about all throughout the rest of this day from Friday, and this is the possibility that could happen if everything holds. We hold this area, you got so much room to rotate back this way. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. Purposely pulling this down to have that big movement back on up. And that's due to all the earnings and that FOMC meeting. Because again, look how well you put up that green trend line in the past. Bounce, and then look where you're at right now. Green trend line. That could possibly set itself up for a bounce for next week where you can rotate back. Cause look what happened last time you bounced here. You went from what price was this? 510 all the way to 530. You went on a $30 move. So if we all the way down around 540, you got room to make a $20 move back on up. From 540 to 550 to even 560, where you can definitely rotate back this way. Because they pulled it down for a reason. Like they yanked this down, they setting up for something. And that's the same trend line. Like again in the past, bounce, major nice little move on up. And look where you at. For a hard pullback, for possibly a hard bounce back on up, when you can reverse that play back on up towards the upside. And that'll be a $20 mover. Because we already fell $20, $25 already? From what, the 60s? If I'm not mistaken, let me go back. Let's go back. So from these highs, you fell about what, $25? So from 65 to 55 is 10. From 55 to 45 is 20. From 45 to 40 is 25. So you already been on a $25 pullback already. So we've been on a $25 pullback from the 565s all the way back down to around the 540-ish areas. And that's a $25 pullback. So that means that, because you got room to go back up. So we're gonna pull back a $25 pullback now, and the room that we can use to go back up. That's what I'm trying to figure out. They setting up something, guys. They setting up something. I'm just trying to figure it out. Like, they are setting up something for next week. Because you got all those companies coming out with earnings and the FOMC meeting. And all of a sudden this pullback right before all that comes out. You get this deep $25 pullback right before the FOMC meeting and them earnings come out. So I'm trying to put the pieces of the puzzle together. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm trying to put the pieces of the puzzle together by looking at my 180 chart, because I already know how powerful that green trend line is. Because every time you hit that green trend line, you bounce. You can see it right here across the board. Anytime you hit the red trend line, you pull back because you're in this channel, right? So look where we're at right now. Same exact area where we bounced at before. Bounce, bounce, bounce. And then again, we're lining up just perfectly on a Friday for next week, as the data rolls in Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, for a possible strong move back this way, where we could see a huge mover. They setting up something, guys. Because right now, again, we ain't cracked that trend line. So that's still holding. And you got room to move. I mean, think about it. Look at the room that you have to move. To rotating all the way from the red line to the green trend line, from the green trend line back up to the red trend line. Look at all this room that you have to rotate. Yeah, and I shine. Look at that. Look at the room. And as long as you hold this trend line, look how much room you got to rotate back up. Look at this. Look at this. Because you're catching the bottoms. You're catching the bottoms with room to go wherever you want in between this channel. So if everything goes according to plan going into next week, and this trend line is still holding, this green trend line, look how much room you got to go back this way. So that's why I'm thinking, like, they pull back on purpose, knowing that the FOMC meeting is next week and those earnings. So obviously they working on trying to do a strong push back up, because we already caught a $25 drop so far, because you came from 565 down to 540. Yeah. Yeah, because they setting up for something, boss. They definitely setting up for something going into next week. And because I'm in a $25 pullback already, that's already done occurred. So they setting up for something. This is going to be, next week going to be very interesting. Definitely going to be interesting. I'm thinking, I mean, the way that it's setting up, I'm not saying it's going to happen. Possibly. That's a possibility that we could be seeing a strong bounce going into next week. We could definitely be seeing a strong bounce back up going into next week. Cause look here, look what happened here. You went from the red trend line all the way down to the green trend line when you bounced. You bounced, but was creating higher lows. Bounced, and then went on that nice move back on up. You see that? After that pullback here, you bounced, higher low off that green trend line for that nice movement back towards the upside. And look where you at right now as far as today. Where you bouncing at? Green trend line. What do you see? Lower shadows. Because none of the bodies of the candle has crossed below that trend line. So buyers are sitting here. And due to what they did here before, they could be lining themselves up to do it right over again for a possible what? Bounce right back on up. So we could be seeing a little bounce, possible little pullback, but build a higher low for a possible squeeze. And another thing we need to stay mindful of, not only that, because right now your 9 EMA and your 20 EMA are going straight down right now. So it's not set up for a crossover yet. It's not set up for a crossover yet, kind of like they did here. How that 50 came all the way down, right? And your 9 and your 20 crossed all the way on over. But if you notice, you see how perfect timing it was? When that 50 came all the way down and you got that indicated crossover, what was you bouncing off of? Green trend line. You so happen to bounce right off that green trend line, and it lined up with that 9 and that 20 for that perfect crossover back above that 50, which gave you that nice bullish movement. So right here, it's nothing setting up just yet. Because right now you still got that 50 going this way. I mean, you got that the 20 going this way and the 9 still going straight down. So it's no setup yet It's no setup yet because your 50 is going this way, so your 50 hasn't yanked down yet. It's just going sideways. Cause see, like I said, you go back into the past. In order for us to get that crossover that we got on that 180, that 50 had to come all the way back down because it had to go back to being used as a floor, and it had to go down low enough for that 9 and that 20 to be able to cross. And the minute that crossed over, I mean, you bounced off that green trend line so perfectly, as far as on the call side and bullish side, that you bounced off of that green trend line, caught the crossover of that 9 EMA, 20 EMA above that 50 when you had that beautiful crossover and that strong move back on up towards the upside. So, as we move this way, we crossed over on the downside. So, your 9 and your 20 actually crossed underneath. So, I'm trying to wait for the setup when we start to reverse back up. So, that's what I'm trying to see. Because right now, again, the 50 hasn't dropped it lower. It's just going sideways. Because that's what I'm trying to figure out as we go into next week. No, we're above that key level, though. So, Because they're going to have to make another move in order to yank this down even lower. Because, like I said, we did a crossover on the downside. You can clearly see that. So whenever to get a crossover on the upside, again, we're going to have to get that 50 yanked back down low enough in order to get that 9 and that 20 to cross over, kind of like I said here, where you got the 50 to yank down low enough to get the 20 and the 9 to cross back above it. See that? When you got that indicator crossover, the indicator squeeze back up towards the upside, where you got the 9 and the 20 to cross that 50. So again, if we go this way, we don't have that setup just yet. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. Because we don't have no data coming out Monday. So I wonder if they're going to utilize today and Monday for the last two pullbacks. Because again, we don't have the setup just yet, to give us what we got before. Because like I said, your 50 is just going sideways, while your 9 and your 20 is still going straight down. So it's no crossover set yet for the upside just yet. Like for that major push. Because what's gonna need to happen is we're gonna have to get that 9 and that 20 back on top of that 50. Because anytime you're on top, when you got your normal indicators on top of the 50, you get that bullish run. See that? When you're on top of that 50, when everything else is on top of it, look how the market moves. But look what happened now. We crossed over. Going down this way. So that's why. Matter of fact, I know what I can do. Let me flip the chart upside down and see how much further are we getting either closer to a possible bounce. Let me flip the chart upside down. Let me look at the indicators this way on a put standpoint. So how much room does it have to go down before it truly goes back up? Because you notice the indicator crossed positive on the put side, how your 9 and your 20 are on top of that 50, but it's upside down. So how much more room do we have to fall before we bounce again? Or extension on the put side, but until the bulls move back in. Look like around right now 540 is showing. Because it's like you can't crack below 540 on the put side because you keep hitting 540 rejected, and bouncing back off of around 540. So 540 for sure is trying to hold for support. So if I flip it back the normal way, so 540 for sure is trying to hold, and which is still on top of that trend line. Are we gonna get that pull? Are we gonna get that bounce where we can start to rotate back up towards the upside this way? Because you at a good point right now. Let's see. How can I set this bad boy up? Appreciate you, boss. Yeah, I'm just trying to put the pieces of the puzzle together. I'm just trying to figure this out for next week. How can we better prepare ourselves for next week? See, right now, you're still holding above that 543.20. That's good for the bulls. So right now, at this moment, you're still holding above 543.20, so that still represents a somewhat bullishness. But it's not getting like a major push just yet. Not yet. It's not like pushing where it's going crazy. Because you're still kind of tempted around that 543.20 mark. So you never left it from it completely. You just kind of playing around it. That's what I'm trying to see if the bullish momentum is there for today. Today is Friday. Because again, you lose 543.20. Do expect another pullback coming. I'm just giving y'all heads up. That's why I tell y'all Fridays is a lot more trickier. That's why the best thing to do is trade between Monday and Thursday. Fridays just can kind of be a little tricky every now and then. Because it does set up look like it want to make another end pattern. I mean, that's the way it's setting up on this bullish look. It looked like it wants to do this. It looked like it was setting itself up for another one like here. But you bounce off of that and do this. That's what it looked like. That's what it looked like it want to do. And see that? See that little pattern? Look like an N-shaped pattern? That's what it looked like it's setting up to do. So it needs to break above 544 with a possible push up to 545. Because you got that pattern perfectly. You holding that 543.20 perfectly. You got everything working in the bull's favor right now. You got the trend line still going. You're above 543.20, that major area. So you're still above that. So that's good. About 17 minutes this candle close out. You make it that push. The way it's looking, you make it that squeeze coming. The way this is setting up, guys, you may possibly, if those buyers are in motion, this is what we could possibly expect. Pull back to that 543.20 level for that bounce off of that when you run into 544, 545 to possibly 546, that area here. X marks the spot. So you could get that possible push if those buys played, you know. See what I mean? Watch. And I'm gonna keep my chart. Look, watch. Let's see if everything gonna go according to plan on what I got drawn. So again, if the bull plays off this pattern, the first thing to do is get that 544 push. That's right here. To 545. That'll be next. The 546, which is that old resistant area where the bear took you out at. So if everything goes according to plan, it should look like my pattern I got set up for that possible. And look, 544, 544. All right, it's kind of. I told you. Let's see. It's starting to look like my setup. And see what I got marked off? X marks the spot, 546. Same key area where I got already drawn ahead of time. So just to see, I'll move it up. So y'all can see that my picture would somewhat match what's going on in real time. So let me move you over a little bit. Look at my drawing and look what's happening. Ha! I told y'all. And I told you it all started with the 543.20. I told y'all. All the bulls have to do is hold 543.20. I told y'all. I mean, yeah, it took forever in a day, but I never took my eyes off that price point. 543.20, they got the party started.
Ishin 2 says, he did tell us, Chad.
Man, shout out to y'all, Shine. I knew it. I kept watching that same exact price the whole entire day. From 9:30 to now, I said 543.20. 543.20. Where are they pushing off of? 543.20. I told him, Shine. I told him. And if everything goes according to plan, yeah, if everything goes according to plan, it should damn near look like my picture. So you go from 544 to 545 for that push up to 546 where you go back to retest that area from yesterday. Again, but we just gotta see. But yeah. So the only thing, like I said, the only thing we have to do so far is just see if the bull we have enough buying strength today. Because today is Friday. I'm pretty sure a lot of people got their trades throughout Monday through Thursday. So we just have to see, is this volume going to still be here? And another thing that can contribute to that push is if the buyers can stall those puts out of their contracts. Because you got to remember, Shine, that today we have over 700 and some thousand puts expiring today. So if those calls those puts, stall them out of their contract as that time to get kicks in, the expiration kicks in on today's contracts, that should force those puts out of their contracts and give more leverage to the buyers, to the calls, where we can see a nice squeeze. And it looked like it's slowly doing it, because if you think about it, due to those 700,000 contracts, put contracts, they failed on their pullbacks that they wanted. Because where you back at? What was the max pain? 543. Look where you back at, 543. But it's in the Bulls' favor, not in the Bears' favor. Because you're not underneath 543. You're on the top of 543, which means that, and that was another thing. Sean, you heard me say this. What did I say if we used to get back on top of 543? Didn't I say that those bulls could set up a bear trap that can lead to a squeeze? What you see happening? Did I not call it out? Look at the squeeze. I told y'all, bear trap. All you had to do, look how it's matching my picture. This way. Look how the movement is matching my picture. Did I not call this out? That was my prediction. So far, so good. Creating them squeezes. Not who I was talking to. Microsoft. Yep, it hit one of my lines. 425 hit my line. I said if it's Microsoft pushing it. So the next key area on Microsoft is 430. So if it pushes, it breaks above that 425.64, it run and push up to 530. We're gonna see 545 to 546 on SPY. Everything going according to plan right now. Team, let me run to the bathroom right now, but definitely keep your eyes peeled. If we can continuously get that push on Microsoft, we should continuously get that push on SPY, where you have room to go up to 545 to possibly 546, where we will get something of this pattern here. So as long as Microsoft can keep pushing, that's going to contribute to that further push on SPY, but we will possibly see 545 to 540. And let's go ahead and play my little alert game. So y'all know I've been calling all my alerts. So let's go ahead and set up my alert. I got 545. That's going to be alert 1. Alert 1. All right, 545. Boom. Alert 1. And alert 2. And I already got my drawings there. Y'all know I'm not lying and I'm not making up anything. I'm calling everything out. So alert 1, which is look like it's about to hit already. Goodness gracious. What was it? Oh, 13. All right, and that'll be alert 2. Boom, boom, boom. So I got both of my alerts in play for SPY, and then it shine. Is it not looking like my picture? Team, is that not looking like my picture right now? Everything I got drawn out. My prediction. Is it not looking like my picture? Tradecaster, Twitch, YouTube. The drawing that I got and what SPY is doing. Does it not look like my drawing? I shine. Does it not look like my picture that I drew out? My prediction on what SPY could possibly do. And the possible target that it could hit. Does it not look like my drawing? Guys, am I lying? Look what SPY doing. Called it.
Ishin2 says, I screenshotted it and sent it to a friend. Ishin2 says, you are AJ.
Man, appreciate you, boss. That means a lot to me. I mean, this is my prediction before, and all of this happened. All this happened. And look where we at. Getting closer and closer to my targets. I mean, the way I drew this out to my prediction, what could possibly happen, look what's happening. Looking exactly like my drawing. I told y'all. Crazy. It's crazy. Insane in the membrane. I'm just trying to get my contract. So, I mean, the Bulls did hold. So far, so good. Still going to take some time for some little bit of consolidation here. So, it's not going to go straight up. But the squeeze, like I said, as long as those calls can stall those puts, because that's going to make those puts scared. Because with you getting a pop-up like that and they not getting the pullback they want, that's going to cause them to bail out. That's going to lead to a further squeeze. So let's keep it on watch. Right now, nothing yet. Right now, we did test 44. We haven't hit the 545 yet. Right now, the squeeze probably is still in process. Because though you have some stubborn puts that's still trying to hold on for dear life, saying it's going back down. So let's see what's going to take place. Can those calls get the squeeze that they want by squeezing those puts out of their contracts? Because you got to remember, guys, especially if they're using the same day contract, which we have over 700,000 contracts expiring today, as long as those bulls can stall those puts out of their contract, that's going to force them to get out of their contract, which that's going to excite the calls even more, which would mean in that we could see a further squeeze on up. So right now, it's looking like the squeeze is in process, just slowly getting there. So we're going to keep it on watch to see what happens. We're going to keep it on watch to see what happens. Keep it on watch. All I'm doing is watching my 30-minute. Oh, let me move it over too so I can see a 3-minute. I'm sorry. I'm blocking all the 3 minutes. My fault. I was just trying to keep the picture there at the same time so y'all can see everything. That's the 3-minute time frame here. I know y'all can't see the prices because I got it. We haven't hit it yet. We haven't hit 45 yet. Not yet. Still looking good though. Still looking good. Yep, still keeping on watch. But let me run to the restroom real quick, guys. Again, I got my initial targets. 545 to 546. So right now, look like the squeeze is still ensuing. So keep it on watch. Can we get that 545 touch where my alert will go off? That'll be one of my alerts. And for that next area, 546, where we will complete a red to green. So, and y'all see my drawing that I already called out my predictions ahead of time. You see what price I got circled. So y'all know I'm not making anything up. So I'll be right back, guys. Let me run to the restroom and get myself situated. But 545, I have a prediction on that to see that can we get that squeeze up to 545 back up to the old area 546. So right now, so far so good. So definitely keep your eyes peeled on that. So far so good. I'll be right back, team. Thank you for everything. And if y'all need any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to reach out to my mod. Remember, today is Friday. I will not be here throughout the rest of the day. You already know I stay half of the trading day and I'm out because I don't want to stay on and put y'all in more of a gambling position. So I want y'all, again, if you made profits, get in, get out, take your scalp. Because again, y'all got to think about it, guys. We got more of a bigger week next week. We got 4 earnings coming out. We got Apple, we got Amazon, we got Meta, and we got Microsoft, and including we have the FOMC meeting. So, I mean, I'm going to stay about another 30 minutes because I want to see if we're going to get that touch. And then after that, I'll be, wishing y'all well for the weekends and everything, guys. And I'm going to still stay on with y'all till 12:30. Right now, it's 11:55, about to be 12 o'clock. So I'm going to stay on in about 30 minutes with y'all afterwards. And then after that, I'm going to be bouncing on out because I want to see if we're going to get that push that we've been talking about this whole entire time. So we're going to keep it on watch. I'm not going nowhere right now. I'm going to keep it on watch with you guys to see if that prediction will come true. So far, we close. We almost there. We're not there yet, but we close. But yeah, let me run to the restroom real quick. I'll be right back, guys. Thank you for your patience and support. Thank you. Be right back. Peace and have grease. I'm back, guys. I'm back. Let's keep this on watch. Let's see what we get. Right now, it's bullish. Definitely bullish right now. We got 3 minutes until this candle closes out. So that means now... Oh, Sandy, thank you so much, boss, for subscribing. Thank you so much, man. Man, and please, man, love y'all to death, man. Do your boy a favor, man. Please like, please subscribe, you know, share, comment. Just do your boy a favor, please. That's all I ask for. I don't want nothing from you guys. Just do me a favor, do that. Because we got to get the algorithms up and running. Please do your boy a favor, man. Like, because I'm just trying to keep the community growing. Because I want to help as many people as I can, and I need you guys' help. And so thank you for everything. Thank you. So right now, we still got that bullish candle. In about 2 minutes, that candle's going to be closing out green. That looks good. So right now, so far, so good. So once that next candle comes in, where should we possibly pulling back down to? Because look like, no, you're still pushing. Still pushing. Now you're above 544.50. So you're above that $half mark. Well, fighting to stay on top of it. $half mark. So you're 50 cents away from 45. So 50 cents away from 45. Ooh, it might set itself up for a bull flag pattern. Possibly. So once that next candle come in, you're going to get that little pullback. Possible pullback. And that bad boy is still shooting. Damn! Damn! Is it about to hit my target? Let's go. I called it. Let's see. 20 cents away. One of my predictions. Looking like my picture. Give me that pull. Don't you give me that forward play. Better give me that push. Better push it real good. Push it. Called it, and I called that N-shape pattern going up. Like I told you, my prediction. 20 cents away from my alert. 10 cents away from my alert. 10 cents. Oh, shout out to Anonymous, man.
Anonymous,
thank y'all so much for the gift sub. Thank you so much. Oh, you slick somebody. Thank you so much, Anonymous. Appreciate you. God bless you, man. Oh, you dirty. You dirty broad. Oh, it touched it, it came back down. You dirty broad. Look at that. Looking like my drawing, don't it? Oh, gap up. Ooh, that means you're going to get a pullback because you're underneath 545. So you're going to get a little pullback because that's going to be a natural resistance. So you're going to get a little pullback, and plus you're getting overextended. Getting overextended off that 9 MA. So it's going to pull back down. It's going to get a little pullback, which should be setting a possible bull flag pattern. So let's see. Oh, it just...
I Shine 2 just gifted 1 sub.
Ha! Shout out to I Shine 2 for the sub, boss. Ha! I told you. My drawing. I told you. Don't ever doubt me. I called it. I Shine, I called it. And look, what did I say was gonna happen? I Shine, what else did I say? And Marty, shut up. That 99. You know what? I ain't gonna do this with you. What did I tell you I was gonna happen on that 180? Green trend line, baby.
He did call it chat now sub RN.
Oh, shout out to man. What was that? Man, y'all amazing, man. Look at that. Green trend line. Shout out to y'all, man. Thank y'all for the love, man. Look at that. Green trend line, bounce. Let's go back. Green trend line, bounce. I told you. I said, as long as you hold that green trend line, bounce. And like I told y'all, they could be setting it, they could be gearing it up for next week. Cause look at how much room you could go back on up. I told y'all. Oh, they're still going. Oh, will it touch my target? Oh, snap. All we gotta do is get back on top of 545. Come on. It's gonna look like my drawing. Come on. Don't let me down. Spy. You came up this far. Don't do it. Don't you do it. Give us that. Give it to us. Oh, let's see. I told y'all possible bull flag setup. Oh, snap. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Looking like my picture. Oh, this looks sexy. Oh, this looks sexy. 546.13. Up 546.13. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. Keep going. Keep going. Come on. Come on. Come on. Give us what we want, baby. Give it to us. Give it to us. Oh, snap, crackle, and pop. Snap, crackle, and pop. Oh, man. Look at my target. Look at my target. Look where it's going. I told you. I told y'all. I came back from being sick and killing it. Boom! Holy crap. Holy crap. That is insane. That is insane. That it look like it's going for my target. Where I got my target set up here, it looked like it's going for it. Will we get it? That I called out. That I called out. Because that's going to give us that somewhat of a, it's ugly as you. But kind of give us that good red to green. Oh, I shine again. Gifted, man. Shout out to you, I shine.
Gifted 1 subs.
Another one. Shout out to I shine for the gifted subs, man. Thank y'all so much, man. Thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all. Boss, I'm using Think and Swim. Think and Swim. I've been using Think and Swim for years. Still pulling to my target. Let's go. Let's go. I want to see 545.50 because that let me know we're halfway there. 545.50. That let me know we're at the $half mark. That means we're 50 cents away from my target. Well, plus the 13 cents. But you get what I'm saying. But let's go. We almost there. We almost there, I shine. I shine, let's go. Oh. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. I told y'all, as long as Microsoft keeps pushing, because you got above that 525.64, I told y'all, as long as Microsoft keeps pushing, trying to go up to that 430, it's going to help contribute that push towards SPY. Come on, come on, come on, y'all. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on, come on, come on, come on. So, from this point, what needs to happen? We need to get above 545.50, because that's going to put us at the $half mark, right? We get above 545.50, that put us $half mark. We're only 50 cents away from 546. So, right now, we're still trying to get up to the 545.50. That's the challenge right now. We gotta get up to 545.50. Get us in the $half mark, then we can focus on that 50 cent area of the 546. So right now we're at 545.40. Okay, so we're 10 cents away now. Alright, we're 10 cents away. 10 cents away. So, gonna be back and forth, a little bit better back and forth, but what it's doing is, I told y'all, is going with those calls that we're trying to do, was trying to push those puts out of their position. It was trying to squeeze them out. I told y'all. I told you. Oh, got you, boss. Yeah. Matter of fact, I do apologize, guys, for last week for the trades talk, man. Again, I was going through a lot, man, and then now with this situation, I'm good now. Everything's good. No excuses. Nothing to hold me back. So. We'll be doing the trades talk this Sunday. So y'all have me this Sunday where we will be going over next week's preparation as we have these major companies coming out. We have, we almost there. 45.50. Give me 45.50, baby. Give me 45.50. Give me 45.50. You keep trucking it. You keep pushing. 45.50. 50 cents. Oh! Keep going. Keep going. You almost there. You almost to my target. Looking like my picture, baby. Oh! To that target of what? 546.13. We almost to it. That's why I drew my picture, so y'all knew I wouldn't lie. I wasn't making nothing up, guys. Let's go. And I shine. Justin, Marty. Where did that chaos come from? Where did the hype come from? Where did these bulls step in at? What was the price? Again, Justin, Marty, Ashine, Hustle, for the rest of you guys. Where did the party get started at on these bulls coming in and giving us that push? Where did it start at? Can y'all give me the price, please? What's the price? Where did the party get started at? What's the price? Hit me up. Let me know. What's up? what was the price that the bulls got excited and took off at? Hit me up with the price, baby. Hit me up with the price. What was it? Give me that number. Give me that number.
Hustle and flow 666 cents. Link.
543.20. 543.20.
Flow 666
What the hell is 69.42? Don't be putting out your sexual stuff to it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm like, see, don't putting out them nasty, coded stuff in this chat. Nah, I'm just joking, Hustle. I'm just having fun, man. It's a Friday, man. We gotta laugh, man. We gotta laugh, have fun. But I called it. I'm just waiting to see if we're gonna hit my last target. I'm just trying to see if we're gonna get that push to that 546. That's what we got last. That's all we got left. We done called everything else out. Come on, Bulls. Come on, Bulls. You got that last little push to go, man. Last little push to go. I just want to see if we're going to get it. I want to see if they're going to hit my target. Because we almost there. But matter of fact, let me do this. While we are doing this, let's see, okay, how can we, any type of pattern that could be setting itself up from Friday going into the next week? I mean, I see somewhat of us something like I don't want to say a cup and handle, because I mean, it's just an ugly, ugly cup. Let me see, how can I figure out how are we preparing going into next week? I mean, the only thing I see is a trend line. Right now, guys. Hustle, tell me you caught it, man. Hustle, please tell me you caught some of that. Uh-oh, I shine. We almost there, I shine. Marty, Justin, we almost to my next target. We almost to it. Can we hit it? We almost there. Look, buys are moving in again. Hustle, Justin, Marty, I shine. Look where we at. Look where we at. We almost there. Almost to that top, my alert. Almost there. Hustle. I shine. If I call it, hey, you gotta give me my props. I called it from the bottoms to the tops. Like I'm sounding like Drake. But if I hit that, y'all gotta show me some love. Cause I've been calling this since this morning, since 9:30. Y'all gotta show me some love. If SPY hits my last target of 546.50, if it matches my picture, y'all gotta show me some love. Y'all gotta show me some mad love. Y'all gotta show me some mad love. We almost, look at that. Look at my drawing and look at my target. I drew this out already before we even did all of this. Hustle, they got not you, boss. I'm talking about they gotta show me some love. All the ones watching. I've been calling this out since 9, and we almost to my target. Watch. Hustle, we almost there, baby. We almost there. We at 545.90. We almost at the 546s. We almost to my target. We about there. It hit my target and my alert goes off. Y'all gotta give me mad love. Y'all gotta show me love. Look where we at. 545.96. We almost back in the 46s. 46. 13 cents. We hustle. Marty, Justin. We almost at my target. We almost there. We about there. We about there. Nah, I love you. I love you too, Marty. You know you my brother, and that's my brother in arms. I love Marty Dale. That was my first mind. That's my brother. Come on. Come on. We right there. Stop with the foreplay. Stop with the dang foreplay, man. Before you even pull back, man, hit that target. Hit it. You better not pull back. Go ahead and hit it. Touch it. Touch that target. You better not start pulling back already. You was right there, right at my line. How high did we go? What was the high? What was the highs? 546.02. So 11 cents away from my target. 11 cents. Come on, man. Don't start pulling back now. Come on. It was right there. Why did I have a feeling it was gonna do that? It was gonna touch close to it. It's gonna start to pull back. I knew it was gonna do that crap. I knew it. I knew that was coming. I hate when it do that. It was right at my thing. You dirty bird. You little dirty somebody. Yep. All I need, let me see. I mean, I'm still have faith. I'm still have faith because still got some time on this candle. I want to see if these buys gonna still push. Let's see. I still got faith. Come on, buyers. Come on, man.
Hustle and Flow 666 says, link no cake for you.
Don't do that. Hustle, don't do that. Hustle, don't do it. Hustle. Hey, it's not over. You got to remember, this a 30-minute candle. So anything is still bound to happen. This candle ain't closed out yet. We ain't closed out yet. So right now it's what, 11:12. This candle doesn't close out till 11:30.
66 cents. Still time.
You gotta have, come on, Hustle. You gotta have faith in your boy, man. I done called out everything else, man. Come on, man. You gotta have faith in your boy, Hus. Come on, man. I mean, look how much I done called out so far. I mean, I done called out almost everything to a T. And look how close it came to trigger my alert. Look where that upper shadow was at. Right underneath my line. Look how close I was. look how close I came. I mean, it was a hell of a prediction. I mean, look at it though. Look. It still touched that red line. It's still matching my picture. Look at that. Now, the only thing it didn't do was just trigger off my alarm. But look at it. Look. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Look at this. Look at that. Don't that pattern look exactly like my drawing that I drew even before all of that happened, boss? Look at that. Red line, red line, red line, red line. Look at this. Hus, come on. Oh, come on, Hus. You gotta give me props for that though. Come on, Hus. You gotta give me props for that. The market's movement look exactly like my drawing and exactly like my prediction. It is hitting exactly the areas where I thought it was gonna go to. I had my white line hit. I mean, my drawing hitting the what? Red line. What did it hit? Red line. It just didn't trigger my alert. But look at it. Look at it. Look what that upper shadow was touching around that red line off my drawing. So I mean, come on, man. y'all gotta give me props for even getting that close. I ain't see nobody else do that but me. I came close. Y'all gotta give me some love. I came close. Thanks, us, man. Love you, bro. Love you, man. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna soon be heading on out. Like I said, because you know I stay half a day when it comes down on Fridays because I don't like anybody gambling. Exactly where I called 545.92. I can't stand. It went past that. It went to actually 546.02. So what you mean? It was close to where I called it because it went above your level. You said 545.92. If you go to the high on here and look at this little bracket on highs, Marty, it actually got closer to mine because the high was actually 546.02. So it was 11 cents away from my target. It bypassed yours. So, hi. But I love Marty. Shout out to you, boss. Man, him stay competing. If I ain't competing with him, I'm competing with Golden. I'm competing with Coldplay, but it's just fun competition. But it goes to show you the education and the experience that we have to call these plays. And we have fun with it. We have fun and make money. It's like, who wouldn't want a job where, man, you can laugh and clown with people sitting in the comfort of your own home banking? Come on, man. It's a blessing. It's fun to do this. It's so fun. It's definitely fun. I love it. I have fun doing this. It's so fun. Damn, it just didn't trigger my alarm. That's the only thing it didn't do. It didn't trigger my alarm. Boy, I was so close. It was like an inch away from hitting my target.
Whoever doesn't like this needs to lock INH.
Yeah, exactly.
Lock TFN.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, still holding because you didn't get a complete sell off yet. I mean, again, it's a 30-minute candle, so you still got 15 minutes until this candle closes out. But for sure, 46, it's natural resistance, but you're not getting a major pullback. But you are getting a pullback due to the fact is you're getting overextended. And you're getting overextended off of that 9 MA, where that 9 MA is like a magnet. So 9 times out of 10, you're going to pull back to that 9 MA. So if you notice right here, you leave, if you pay close attention to that blue line eye shine, it's like a magnet. You leave from it, you return to it. You leave from it, you return to it. You leave from it, you return to it, you leave from it, return to it, and look right here. You way overextended off that blue line, way up here hitting a brick wall. So by SPY doing what it's doing right now, that's kind of like leaving out of your car to run right into a brick wall without the car because you don't have anything to protect you. You don't have nothing to guard you. You just running straight, your body going to a brick wall. So that's exactly what SPY just did. It left this car, which is the 9 MA, hit the brick wall. Now you dizzy as hell. It damn near passing out. You're going to need your car to break that brick wall. So now you got to return back to your car to get the assistance from your car to get you to break out of that brick wall. So what you think it's going to do? Return back to that car. So in other words, you're just getting overextended and you're returning and pulling back to the 9 MA like a magnet. That's it. The 9 MA is like a magnet. It's like the 9 MA and the VWAP kind of act the same. pretty much. The VWAP and the 9MA act just the same. It's like a magnet. You leave from it, you return to it, whether it's on the upside or whether it's on the downside. You always find your way back around those indicators. So again, right here you can see on that on here, you got overextended off of it. You jumped, you gapped up, left that 9MA way down here. So now you're hitting a strong area by itself without no assistance. So what's gonna happen? You're gonna get a pullback to that 9MA because you're gonna need the 9MA's assistance. So that's gonna happen. Yeah. So I mean, again, you're hitting a brick wall without no help. Because those indicators are the ones that give you that squeeze, they give you that push. Because those indicators act as support. So it bounces, you're bouncing. Now you're just in midair. So it's kind of like a gap. So you got that strong resistance and you got that 9MA. So look at the gap in between the resistance and that 9MA. So pretty much it's like a gap fill. It's like a gap fill, whether it's on the upside or a downside. Right now, it's definitely going to be considered on the downside because you already gapped up. So what's going to happen is you're going to fill that gap back down to that 9MA to possibly go back up. But at the same time, even though you're catching a pullback shine, you're still on an uptrend at the same exact time. You're still in an ascending triangle pattern where you hit, you fall, you hit, you fall, but you're still in an ascending triangle pattern that can still squeeze on up to higher prices where you could see 548. That's the truth. I mean, you're still in a position of an ascending triangle pattern where you can still go up. Because if you notice that right here, you're still not getting a complete like pullback. Let me say this. I want to say this. Let me put this in my little, for my memories. Because I called this. Let me put July 26. Today's 26. July 26. All right, I'm gonna say that for my memory. Anyway, take this off. But yeah, let me re-put this. So right now, boss, we're still in an ascending triangle pattern from, oops. Yeah, right here to another line ugly, excuse me, to here. See that? And all you're doing is going back, forth, for a possible squeeze either up or squeeze down, one of the two. But you're still in an ascending triangle pattern. And it's still bullish because you're still above the main key, which is 543.20. So you got room to move back and forth, because you got to focus on this channel now. You got to focus on now turning this into a support line. So put that green, because now you're in a new channel, because you're in the upper portion now. So you got 546.13 as your tops, and you got that 543.20 as your bottoms. So let's do away with the 542 for right now. Let's do away with that. Come on. See how this thing freezes up? It gets, see what I mean? It delays. It just acts. All right, cool. So right now you're in a new channel. You're already hitting the tops. All you're gonna do is rotate back down to your bottoms, which is pretty much what? 543.20. So all you're doing is going from tops to bottoms. You're just going back and forth until you either break out once again or you crack down. So all you are is in a new channel right now. New channel. So we know what the tops is, we know what the bottoms is. So do expect a pullback because you are getting a little bit of overextension off that 9MA, which it needs to return back to the 9MA. It's gonna happen. So do expect a pullback. So right now it's 9:20, guys. 10 more minutes, guys. I'm assuming be rolling on out. Any questions, comments, or concern? Feel free to reach out to me. I will be returning back for a trades talk. That will be Sunday. So again, if y'all have any questions, comments, or concern, do feel free to reach out to me. I'm here to answer any questions y'all may have. Still in a center triangle. I mean, still look like a nice setup. I mean, everything still looks good. What was that right here? Man, I shine YouTube, boss. I hope you have a blessed one as well. And like I said, next week, definitely be prepared because we got 4 major earnings coming out. We have Apple, we have Microsoft, we have Amazon, and we have, why am I missing one? Microsoft, Meta, Apple. Oh no, there's 4. So that's 4. And we also have the FOMC meeting. I mean, right now, I mean, it look like it's setting up for a possible. I mean, you're bouncing off of that green trend line on that 180. So I mean, and we could be reversing going into next week as this data comes out. I mean, because you got the perfect setup right now. Because you got the confirmation here on this green candle where you're all holding that green uptrend for a possible rotation back up towards the upside. So you can see right here in the past, just to confirm that you can see every time we bounce off that green trend line, you go up. So right here, for example, how you simply, let me close out, let me go back a little bit. How you rotate it from the red trend line all the way down to the green trend line. When you rotate it from tops to bottoms, and your bottoms support, you bounce, had a nice movement back on up. So look where we at right now, same exact area. Now this is our first bounce.
Sold 300 content 0.60 on that buy from Dot Link, still holding some.
Gotcha, boss. Gotcha. So, I mean, right now, as long as we hold this trend line, I mean, we could be utilizing that for support for possible rotation back up this way, where you can be going from red to green. So, and again, dealing with next week. Gotcha, boss. And like I said, again, going into next week, we got 4 major earnings coming out from 4 major companies, which that's going to lead to a lot of hype. And then we got the FOMC meeting coming out with Jerome Powell speaking. That's going to be a lot of hype. So Monday, we don't have any data. Monday, we don't have any earnings. So the ball is going to start rolling Tuesday. So Monday, nothing. But Tuesday is going to start to get the ball rolling. So as I stated, especially with the earnings, Tuesday after the market close is Microsoft. So Microsoft, we have Tuesday after the market close, which is July 30th. Following that, we got Wednesday, we got Meta. That's going to be the same day of the FOMC meeting, which is the 31st. And then last but not least, you're going to have Apple and Amazon, which is going to be on the 1st. So we're going to have 4 major companies coming out, which is going to add to a lot of hype next week, including the FOMC meeting. So I think that's what they're doing is they're setting up for next week to get that possible strong and bounce and rotation back up towards the upside. So I think that's the game plan of what they're doing, which is why we had that purpose pullback, because of that setup for next week. So I think that's what's about to take place, boss. I really think that's what's about to take place. So 6 more minutes, guys. Your boy gonna be soon rolling on out. Any questions, comments, or concern? Other than that, I hope everybody will have a blessed weekend, and we'll be doing a trades talk this Sunday, preparing ourselves for next week, because it's gonna be very interesting, and we could be seeing a big move next week.
You watching $W?
What's W? $W. Oh, damn. That do look nice. What is this? Oh, wait. Wayfair. Let's see where we at. 5-year chart. Look like you're holding. What is this?
Wayfair, yes.
Yeah, it looks like you're holding above 50 right now. So as long as you can hold above 50, the only thing, well, and this is a 5-year chart, that you have those indicators above your head. So with the 50, well, the 13 MA, that's at 55.60, and the 50 is at 57. So you got some resistance. So excuse me, what you would need to see is a pretty much a breakout above those indicators. Turn those into support, where they'll be underneath you instead of above you, because that's going to act as resistance. I'm gonna be honest with you, iShine, and that looks like an H pattern, almost like a huge H pattern. When you you catch that big sell off just to get that little small bounce and then a reversal back down. That's the way it's looking right now. It's looking like a huge H pattern. But we're gonna keep it on watch to see if we can hold. In order for us to avoid that further drop, it looked like you just need to get back on top of 60, because that'll put you above the indicators. So yeah. From that $50 support, you need to get back on top of $60. You need to for confirmed support, because that'll put you back on the indicators. Let me see how the indicators look on the 6 month. 6 month. Yeah, you still underneath all the indicators, even on the 6 month. Yeah, because you're still in somewhat of a downtrend. Well, let me see. Hold up. See on the.
Excellent flow 666 cents. Here we go, 546 to 14. Ish in 2 cents. Looking at 54 first.
Yeah, so you're still on this downtrend. You just need to get, to bypass all these indicators. It looks like the main thing you gotta get above is 60, because that'll get you bypass the 13 EMA, the 20, 200, and the 50, because that'll put you in a safe space. Because right now you have nothing but resistance right above your head. I mean, you bypass the 13 EMA on the daily, but you got that strong 200-day moving average that's about to come up at 55.70. So keep your eyes peeled on that, because you're gonna have to get above that level to get to 60. So yeah, definitely keep that on watch, boss. Let me check out SPY. What we looking like? What we looking? I told y'all. Hustle. I told you. Faith. We gotta have faith. Gotta have faith, baby. Gotta have faith. I told you.
2 cents.
Don't give up.
Thanks, man.
No problem, boss. No problem. But yeah, the main thing that we need to get on Wayfair, you need to get above is 60 because it's gonna put you above all the indicators. Because you gotta, what you want to do is you want to utilize those indicators for support, not resistance. Because as long as you're underneath them, that's gonna be considered resistance. So especially the 200-day moving average, which is the strongest out of all the indicators. So we definitely want to get above that 60 level and turn it to support. Because if not, you'll just be in a channel between the 50 and the 60s, to kind of going back and forth until it makes a major move. Come on, man. Give me that before I roll on out, man. Can I get my alert to go off? I mean, you pushing back up. Come on, Bulls. Come on, man. Do this for your boy. So I can everybody give me my love since I called it. Come on. Shoot. You right there. If it hits, I'm out. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm out. I done called everything. I done completed my alerts. I'm done for the rest of the day. I don't want y'all gambling. Get y'all happy asses off that computer. Don't you gamble. Wait for next week, which is going to be way more fire and way more excitement. Because, again, we got 4 major earnings coming out next week, and including the FOMC meeting, including Uncle JP speaking. That's going to be hype. So, get yourself prepared for next week. Right now, it's just especially on this last day on Friday, it's just the recovery stage after that pullback. After this downtrend that we had, now we're in the recovery stage right now at this moment. So where's this at? 44. Oh yeah, so that would be lined up with 40. Because I'm thinking about doing let me see. Let me get these contracts for next week. Wait, what's next week's date? The 2nd. Okay, so let me see. Look at these contracts for the second. Alright, go down. Alright, 90. Seems like all the way dated for the 2nd. So oh, here we go. So I was looking for. So let me see if the value looks good, because I know I got dated all the way for the 2nd. If I decide to do a swing trade and hold this bad boy. I know we're gonna get a pullback. I already know that pullback coming. I already know. Especially because you're already hitting strong resistance. Yeah, we're gonna definitely get a pullback. I already know that's coming, so that's why I'm not chasing. I mean, are we going to get a push first, then a pullback? Or that's what I'm trying to figure out what it's going to do, because these buys are trying to push again. I just want to see if it's going to hit my alert. That's the only thing I'm waiting on. I mean, I know it's 12:30 and I'm supposed to be riding out, but it's like, it's going to trigger off my alarm? I mean, it's right there. Can I get my alarm to get triggered? If not, I mean, I want to see before I roll out. Because that'll be my last alert for Friday. It's pushing. I'm just waiting to see if those buys gonna push, or we're gonna just come back down. Cause I know we right at 546, right around that area. Cause I know there's a lot of resistance right there. Cause I know puts are sitting right there too, for sure. Still nothing yet though. Still ain't tricking off my alert. I just want to see one push just to trigger it off. So I can just shut it down, just say I'm done with my alerts for today. It look like it want to. Get that nice little squeeze and then come back down. Get that one little squeeze right here around there. I'm just waiting on it. Because it look like I want to do it. Come on, man. It's just like right there. It's at the edge. It's at the edge of glory. It's literally right. It's literally right there. You know you wanna hang. Oh man, I love y'all. Y'all know that, of course. The only reason why I leave early on Fridays, King Kong, is that I don't want y'all gambling. Because the longer and longer you stay on a Friday, and especially if you got profits, it make people want to still trade more. You know, FOMO starts to kick in. Oh man, I want to make more. When now all of a sudden the profits they had, now they gave it back. So my thing is, if I hop off, I'm trying to force you to hop off to save your account because I don't want you gambling on a Friday knowing that we got bigger days coming up. So it's like I'm thinking about you guys, which is why I try to get off so y'all don't have any like bad influences, you know. But that's why I do it, because I don't want y'all gambling y'all account, especially on a Friday when we got a whole nother week around the corner that can be, you know, a new setup for, you know, next week. So that's why I leave early, and then that's all for the safety of y'all, because I do not want y'all gambling. Because y'all will make me feel bad. You keep pushing up to it. Come on, man.
Ishin 2 says, let's go to
Shot is right there, my target. It's like right there. Come on, man. Give it a push. It's literally right at the line again. Y'all suck. Shine, you see that foreplay that Spot giving me right now? Straight foreplay. It's like, It's like literally right there. It's like, nope. Giving me this tease. I don't want no tease. Man, appreciate you, boss. Appreciate that, man. I'm glad that y'all liking the little emotes, man, that I had to create. So I did that for y'all, man. I'm glad y'all enjoying it. Come on, man. I just want that one push, so I shut it down, so I can be out. All right, go eat, big boy. Oh, you the slick somebody. I swear you be trying to find your way. Really though? You enjoying this, ain't you? Look, do this. Make your face.
Ishin 2 says, you what's up, JJR?
Tell him peace. Look, this. She say so cute. I mean, he say so cute. All right, big boy, I'm about to stop. Don't you even touch my stuff. All right, let me shut it down, okay? I'm about to get off. Go ahead, go back in the room. Thank you. Love you. Yeah, guys, I'm about to soon shut it down, because that means that's my sign. That's a sign like get off. So yeah, guys, I'm about to be soon shutting it down, man. I definitely had a great time with you guys, man. And again, man, you two outshine. Again, thank y'all so much for coming through. And y'all already know I got to give y'all love before I roll on out. So let's go ahead and head into the headquarters. And again, because I don't want y'all gambling, I want y'all to enjoy y'all profits and get it rocking and rolling. So let's go ahead and back into the headquarters and let's go. Peace. All right, we back, guys. So let me go ahead. Get out of my way. So let me see. So let me go ahead and give a shout out to everybody, man, before I roll on out. Cause this little bad butt, man, it's getting on my nerves trying to come back to the computer. So let me give a shout out real quick before he interrupt me again. I got iShine, Hustle and Flow. Who else I got in the building? I got J24, Octum 13, boss. Thank you so much for coming through us too. Tyreek, thank you. OJ Rim. And the rest of the Twitch family, to the YouTube family, man, thank you so much. Last but not least, let me show some love to my Tradecaster family. You already know how we do. What pick? What pick? Send that pick. Oh, what boy, boss? Still need to send that pick. Let me know. You talking about to put in my lobby?
He'll do that sometime in the next week.
Oh, okay, yeah, for the lobby. Gotcha. Yeah, don't forget. Yeah, hit me up, boss. Gotcha. Yeah, let me know. I still got you. Oh, wait, matter of fact, Ashan, have you seen the updated lobby yet? Before you roll out, have you seen it? I mean, I'll show you before I head out if you didn't see it yet. I mean, I did a few little things here and there. All right, let's check it out real quick before I roll out. So yeah, I added a helicopter now in the back. I got a train that's passing. Just a little few things here and there. So I added a third arcade, which is the Terminator. But yeah, nothing too spectacular. Just the little things here and there. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed, man. But yeah, I'll end it off in this lobby, guys. So also let me go ahead and give a shout out to my Tradecaster family. You know how I do. Let me give a shout out to King Kong Trades, to Marty, Justin, Kato J, Jenna, beautiful Queen U.
Yeah, crispy blessings. G, love seeing that.
Man, appreciate you too. Like I said, let me know, man. Send me the picture so I can add a piece of you on there. Come on, you know I got you. Let me know. You know what's up. Always got a spot for you, boss. Let me see. Also, go to Paquito. Shout out to you. Deckmore, the man, the myth, the legend, the leader. Seismic, shout out to you. Coco Mix, shout out to you. Engineer, shout out to you, Queen. Who else? Jordan Queen, the first lady of Team Trade, shout out to you. Who else we got in the building? Make sure I don't go too far out. Here I go again. Today's the 26th. Let me scroll back down again because I know I always got a habit of doing that. Trying to get all the dates. 26. Yeah, here we go. Thunder, shout out to you. D Willis, shout out to you. Who else? AR Trades. I think that's everybody. Gert, shout out to you. Ain't gonna leave you. OJ Rim, you on both of them. That's crazy. Michael, shout out to you, boss. Who else we got in the building? Who else we got? I think that's it. I think I got everybody for today. Yep. Yeah, that's it. I think I got everybody. Yeah, cool. So yeah, guys. So I will be back in Sunday afternoon. So we'll be going over the preparation going into for next week. Because you got to remember, we got 4 major companies coming out with earnings. We got Apple, we got Amazon, we got Meta, and we have Microsoft. So definitely gonna have ourselves keep our eyes peeled on that. And also we have the FOMC meeting and Uncle JP speaking. So we're gonna be gearing up for next week because next week is gonna be a definite game changer for a lot of accounts. So. Again, I will be back in Sunday to go over the trades talk to give us the breakdowns and everything that y'all need. J24, you have a blessed weekend too as well, boss. We're gonna be gearing up because, like I said, I think next week's gonna be fire. I think we're gonna be ready to rock and roll for next week, guys. I think there's a lot of opportunities coming up for next week that could be account changing. So right now, as far as on my 180 chart, the green trend line is still holding for a possible reversal back up towards the upside. So definitely keep your eyes peeled on that. Monday, as usual, I will be returning back to my normal time because everything I'm fine now. So I will be returning back 9:15 Eastern, 8:15 Central, and we're gonna keep it rocking and rolling, guys. Again, thank y'all for being with me throughout everything. You know, my days missed when I was out. You know, y'all held it down for me. So thank you so much for doing everything for me. I'm truly grateful to have great people in my life in every corner. And y'all are doing an amazing job. Mods, you guys are doing an amazing job. And we're going to keep it rocking and rolling. And again, thank you for everything that y'all do. And I wish you guys nothing but the best and for many more blessings to come and to see more green in y'all accounts. So, again, and if you do appreciate the content, do your boy a favor. Run up the likes, subscribe, send gifts. Just anything to show y'all support. I'm truly grateful on whatever y'all do because my goal is to put money in you guys' pockets. So whatever you spend, even if you put money towards gifted subs, my goal is to put that money right back in your pockets. So that's my gift from me to you. You gifted me, I'm gifting you by putting money back in your pockets on whatever you spend. So I got y'all. But guys, you already know what I'm about to say before I roll on out. Maximize your reward, minimize your risk. Always put grateful over greed, and you will succeed every single time. Till the next time, guys, I hope everybody have a blessed weekend. And you already know, Money Monday, we're going to be getting ready to rock and roll for next week because it's going to be some positions that we're going to be in that's going to be account changing. So let's get ready to knock it out the park. I'll see y'all next week. Peace.